is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome in, everybody. Are we live yet? Week 2 is here. I cannot believe we're in the second week of football already. I got my boy, my co-host, Disco here. How we doing today? What's good, my man?
Good, man. Just locking in some last-minute DFS lineups and trying to get back into the money. Last week was really profitable for us, and hoping to make this week a little bit more profitable as well.
We're hoping to make up for the Thursday night, man. That was just rough.
Yeah. That's not on us though. That's on
True.
Game Script just sucking.
Updates are today, guys. What's up, James? What's up, Bandit? What's up, NFL DFS? The worst. How we doing? So updates right now are that CMC could miss up to 6 weeks. Not Jalen Waddle. 5 to 7 weeks for Puka Nacua with the PCL sprain, and we have also an update on Tua not retiring. He's still going to try and come back. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if you like that. What do you think on that? Should he walk away?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's his prerogative. I just hope he's got the longevity of his life in mind, because he is a father now, and somebody who's dealt with concussions, they suck, and hopefully it doesn't affect him too much. And if as a man, if he wants to do that, by all means, go for it, boo boo.
I like what Coach Mike McDaniel said. He goes, "You're the quarterback of your family." That was a good line. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Disco, absolute goat. He's hot takes us. Where do we do our DFS lineups? Do it on Owner's Box and use code Disco. I think it matches up to 1,000 or 500 or
up to 500 or 250. It's up to 250.
Bandit says about to go on the field. Deshaun Watson fucking lit. I see you. What's up, Magic? If Keenan doesn't play, I'm forced to play Deontay or Wandale or Sutton. It looks like Keenan's good to play, by the way, from the updates I've seen. But if he's not out there, I would go Wandale because I like the matchup. Who do you like on that one?
What's the question?
If Keenan doesn't play, I'm forced to play Deontay, Wandale, or Sutton. Sutton draws a tough matchup with the Steelers and Porter. Deontay, I just can't start the Panthers. I would go Wandale for the matchup against the Commanders.
I think Wandale probably has the most favorable matchup, but like when we invest in the New York Giants, things typically go very, very, very wrong. I mean, just because it's a plus matchup for the receivers and for Daniel Jones, and I almost called him Danny Dimes, but I refuse. And Singletary doesn't mean that, like, just because it's favorable in a plus matchup that it's going to turn out that way. So, yeah,
I agree.
I mean, like on paper, theoretically, it makes the most sense.
Well, I mean, I look at 12 targets Sutton, 12 targets Wandale. Matchup favors the Commanders. I don't like it, but I would take Wandale if I had to. All the 4 dogs are here. Nice. You're going to hear Mad barking for a minute.
Yeah, my wife's about to go to the grocery store, so we're going to hear a lot of barking on my own too. Let's go.
What's up, Kylie? I hope I said your name right. Welcome in. Jaden or Stroud? I would go Jaden pure for the rushing upside in the matchup. Stroud has a very tough matchup with the Bears D.
Yeah, I like the under on Stroud's passing yards for what it's worth. So yeah, I'm going Jaden as well. He's got a better matchup. Obviously, if he's healthy, he smashes.
So do I, and I have Nico as a sit as well this week. What's up, Christian? He says Pickens or JMO PPR. I'm going JMO. I don't like Pickens matchup versus Pat Surtain, and the Bucks are hurting, man. They got a lot of injuries coming today.
I mean, we'll definitely talk about that game, but based off of Game Script, especially with the offensive line of Tampa missing a lot of pieces, I anticipate Detroit's going to run a lot. So the throws that do get tossed out, I don't think he's going to be the first read, JMO. So with that being said, it's the running game, then Laporta or Amon-Ra, and then so he's technically the 4th option, whereas in the past George Pickens is still the first option. I know you guys don't bet against Patrick Surtain II, but I'm willing to say that his floor and his ceiling in this matchup is way safer and way better. Speaking of which, I gotta put Pickens in my flex.
Okay.
So yeah,
I
I'm
can see
going
that on
Pickens.
both sides.
I think he's matchup proof.
Got you. Okay. I think, yeah, I mean, he's a tough matchup, but The safe play is Pickens. The boom play, if you're going for the big play, is JMO. I mean, it's risky because he has never been consistent. So
yeah.
What's up? Oh, he says Bucky Irving or Jalen Warren. I don't know how much Warren's going to play off that hamstring. He only played like 30% snaps in week one. The matchup is beautiful for the Steelers' run game. I would probably take Warren, but what are your thoughts on this one?
I'm looking at one team with a plus matchup and one team with not a plus matchup. It's got to be Jalen Warren, even at 40%. I still think he has better opportunity than Bucky. It's going to be tough sledding for the Bucs. Like, I don't think their run game is going to be as spectacular this week because, one, they're going against a better. But don't get me wrong, Detroit's run defense is overrated, but a better run defense than they did last week. And he's not really going to get all the receiving work. That's going to go to Rachaad White. PPR format, he becomes touchdown dependent, and I don't anticipate that they're going to be running the ball a heck of a lot. So, I'm going Jalen Warren. I think Jalen Warren, even at 35-40% snap share, still does way better than Bucky Irving this week.
I agree. What's up, buddy? Oh, another coffee? Jesus, rise and shine, bro. Hot Take City with the $4.99 super chat. What is that, my man? Great people on stream. It was great streaming with you yesterday, too, my man. We got dog bananas going on. I hear yours. I hear mine. Christian Morrow says, I'm thinking of benching Jalen Hurts for Jaden Daniels to pair up with Terry. Half-point PPR, 6-point passing TD. I have Jaden Daniels higher than Jalen Hurts this week. What would you do here, especially with the A.J. Brown news looming on Monday?
I mean, frick. Pick like you got two of the greatest quarterback situations out there. Obviously, Jaden Daniels has a better matchup, but Jalen Hurts as a passer and as a rusher, I absolutely love him. There's never a week where Jalen Hurts is going to be on the bench, especially if he's on my team. So I got to lean Jalen Hurts. That's my QB1 on the year. So.
Oh, I like it.
Well, with Jordan Love going down, I had to switch things up.
Oh, yeah. Jordan Love just updated right now, looking to return week 5, possibly sooner. You guys didn't know that. So that's a plus, at least there. You get Malik Willis shit show for 4 weeks, though. So if you're playing a defensive league right now, grab the defense ahead for week 3 playing the Packers. Little insight. Let's go down here, catch up with chat, then we'll dive into it here. Who posted CMC news just now? It was Ian Rappaport yesterday. What's up, Simon? Welcome in. Full PPR Flex 1. Javonte, never. Jaleel, Palmer, Jay Season, Justice Hill. So for me, it's between Palmer and Jay Season, and I would probably go Palmer for the matchup, but you're hoping they got to score early.
Yeah, I'm going Jackson Smith and Jigba. You don't want him on the bench when he pops off.
That's also true. He would be, if he pops, he's going to pop big. Do I like Stroud over Jaden Daniels? I do not.
No.
Covered that one. On the golf course, tuned in. What's up, AMG? Pop a birdie for us, man. Christian Morrow, if you got a wide receiver on the Texans, play them in a flex, maybe. That's how I feel this week. What's up, Teddy? My guy, Booty Eater in the building. How we doing, brother? Laza FPL. Hey, fellas, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Cooper, Pickens, Ramondre, Sutton. So for me, Amari Cooper has a smash matchup, and I think I would take Ram here. What do you like on this one? I just don't like Sutton's matchup or Pickett's matchup.
I like Cooper based off of his matchup, but the weather I hate. Pickens, I hate the matchup. Love the ceiling. Ramondre, don't love the matchup. Don't love the ceiling. Sutton, I've been out on completely this year, and I'm continuing to be out. So it's between Ramondre and Pickens, and once again, I'm willing to bet that Pickens is matchup proof, and I'm going with Pickens.
You wouldn't want the volume of Ram over him?
I think
Seattle's D.
I think Pickens is going to get volume in the pass. So
okay.
I like his ceiling a little bit more. I mean, you can't play fantasy scared, right? I'm going for the ultimate ceiling play, and every week that's George Pickens.
I like that. What's good, James? How we doing, brother? And Savy says, with Walker likely out, flex 1 PPR Ford, Jameson Williams, or BTJ. Also got the Goff Amon Ross stack. I'll let you lead this one off.
I'm going with Jerome Ford easily. I think, especially PPR format, he's going to smash 4 or 5 receptions, whatever his receptions. Currently, it's at 3.5 receptions. I haven't projected for over that, so I would 100% smash that. But before you say anything, right now the math ain't mathin', folks. There's 22 viewers, 9 likes.
Smash them likes, boys.
Smash those likes for my guy Sleazeball. He's putting in the work. He's grinding. It costs you nothing. It takes nothing, and memberships also help him a lot. So you see that I already gifted him 5. Keep it going. Let's keep the roll going, guys.
I would say I would agree here as well. James Ford, especially with the weather, looks like it's dumping down right now. My boy that's in chat, Bandit, is a season ticket holder. He's at the game right now. He says the weather is terrible. It's going to favor the running backs in the Jacksonville Browns game for me as well. But Amari Cooper does have a great matchup, especially with the injuries to the corner and the safety that are out. My boy Teddy, Zach Charbonnet or James Conner? I'm going James Conner here. What do you think on this one?
James Conner has one of the best matchups in football, period. He's got one of the plussest matchups, if that's a word. I don't think it's a word, but yeah, James Conner all day, like DFS, love him. James Conner.
Got you. I agree totally. Patrick says Dak or Goff. I am going Dak without even reading the rest because of the injuries to Tampa. And just like Disco said at the beginning of the stream, I firmly believe that this is going to be a Monty Gibbs show. And if you don't get like 2 touchdowns in the first half, you're going to be reeling in the second half.
Yeah. I'm going Goff.
You're going Goff over Dak?
Goff has a plus matchup. Dak doesn't.
Okay. There you go. See, you're getting double side right here.
Yeah, I got New Orleans winning that game in a like a low scoring one.
Woo! Even going Saints. I like it. Oh, what's up, Connor? Would I start Terry or Deontay? I can't start any. I can't firmly with the right mind doing any fantasy say to start any Panthers after last week, even though the matchup looks good.
Yeah, Terry.
Full PPR, Ayuk or London. Gavin, what's up? Welcome in. I'm going London. What do you think here?
I mean, like, I like London because, like, I've been pounding the drum on Drake London all off season, but like, we also need to walk in with caution, right? Just because Philadelphia's pass defense looked absolutely atrocious week 1 on Friday in Brazil, I want to say that like 90% of that production was due to really, really bad field conditions.
That field was terrible,
especially like on both sides. Like I think people are writing off this Green Bay defense, and I think Green Bay defense might shock a lot of people, especially this week. And yeah, it's tough. I'm going London simply because I have him projected as a top 5 wide receiver this year. Obviously, week 1 didn't help, but yeah, I'm going London.
Okay, I would throw in as well here with Ayuk. I feel like it's going to be a full Jordan Mason where the Niners control the clock, just like Monday Night Football. I don't think the Vikings stand much chance. So if you don't get a touchdown from Ayuk early, again, you're going to be reeling in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know how we have this so different. I have George Kittle and Deebo Samuel dominating. I think Brock Purdy is my quarterback 12 on the week. I think he has a plus matchup. He's going to outscore his current fantasy projections, and it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. And I don't think Jordan Mason's going to smash. He's going to be touchdown dependent this week, and I don't think he gets in the end zone.
Ooh, okay. I think Jordan Mason has 150 and a tutty.
All right.
He's going J-Mo or J Season. For me, J-Mo's still got to show me consistency first. I know J Season didn't pop, but I think it's going to be a run game in Detroit as well, just like we covered earlier.
I would like in DFS, I think Tim Patrick or whoever the wide receiver 3 or 4 there in Detroit, I like them more than J-Mo, especially in DFS. I'm willing to get exposure to those guys like a Khalif Raymond. More than J-Mo, because J-Mo didn't have a full week, right? He's still dealing with that ankle, and yeah, it's tough. Is it ankle or knee? It's a tough situation for J-Mo. I don't like him. I'm going J Season there.
They said it was his ankle all week, but he looks good to roll with no practice, so he's out there. James SEO, the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT. What's up? Just a little rant. In one league, this is how my first week started. Injured players gathering CMC, Ferguson, Love, Higgins, and I drafted Chubb. God damn, bro, that's rough. The CMC news really kind of hurt all of us in fantasy. Even though the guy, my boy behind me, took CMC at the 2, and I took Brees at the 1 in our big league.
I'm still mad about that. It's infuriating. Just put him on the pup list to start the season. He would not be on my team.
Didn't hurt me at all, not even in best ball.
I know. I can't believe you stayed away. What's up? Oh, he says Likely or Goddard. So for me, this is a Goddard Devonta Smith game for Philly because you have the 2 best safeties duo in the top for the Atlanta Falcons. Simmons and Bates over top, and you're going to have AJ Terrell, who should be on AJ Brown, but we don't know if AJ's playing. So that might shift to Devontae, and this could be a massive Goddard game if AJ Brown's out, and I'm taking that risk on Monday Night Football.
I'm going likely again because even if Mark Andrews eats, Mark Andrews is the tight end one still there, but I think likely still the wide receiver one there. And even though he's labeled as a tight end, he's the wide receiver one, and he's going to continue to get wide receiver one targets. I love likely this week and every single week. What we saw last week probably won't repeat itself, but we haven't seen him at his floor, and I think his floor is a lot safer than Goddard.
Right, I agree. It looks like, well, I like Goddard this week, but I agree with likely being, still relevant. It looks like Keenan could be limited, so I might have to pivot to one. If Keenan's limited, you're playing Keenan Allen. It's such a good matchup. If Rome Odunze isn't out there, he saw 11 targets last week. It just depends on if Caleb Williams can be accurate and get him the football. He also dropped a touchdown too as well last week. You got to remember that. Keenan Allen was wide open in the end zone, dropped a wide open touchdown. Morning Albert says, James. Dylan says, Stevenson, Olave, Dobbins, pick 2. I love Dobbins this week versus Carolina. He's my running back 11, so I got to put him out there. And I think I like Olave's volume better in this game because he got game scripted last week and sat out the whole second half. So, I mean, everyone's panicking on Olave. I'm not panicked on him. Who are you taking on this one?
I don't like Dobbins this week. I think it's a Gus Edwards game.
Can't be both?
No, it's not going to be both. I really do like Gus Edwards this week instead of Dobbins, so I'm going to go with the other two. And I don't think either one of them have plus matchups. It's just going to be a volume situation.
I like it. Sleazeball Disco, thanks for doing this. Appreciate you, James. Thanks for always supporting, man. 24 views. Let's go. Smash them likes. I like it. We got Miss Disco in the building. What's up, Kobe and the Cattle Dogs? Ethan Putnam, start McLaurin, Pollard, or BTJ in the flex?
Pollard.
No
hesitation.
They were getting me on this last night too, Ethan. They were telling me Pollard. For me, I like McLaurin. Let's ride it one more time. The matchup is too juicy versus the Giants. Pollard is a safe volume play here. BTJ in the rain and the weather and the Jags, I don't like it. I'm going to ride McLaurin one more time, but if you want the safe play, I would go Pollard.
Yeah, I don't ride anything. I'm a grown-ass man.
You got to play big in fantasy. Go big. You said of Pickens. Got to go for the big boy.
Pollard is like way better. He's not just a safer play. He's got a higher ceiling for me this week.
Okay. Christian Morrow says, I go against my dad this week. I hope I win. Good luck, Christian. Take the pops down. Flowers or Dobbins from Phil. I like Dobbins.
I like
Phil.
Flowers.
He likes Zay. So full point PPR, he is going to get like 8 targets. Depends on if they go over a yard. I think Dobbins and Gus smashed 30 plus points combined together versus Carolina. Putting all my bets in. What's good? NFL DFS. James says, happy football Sunday. Amari, Ford, or DJ Moore from AMG.
Oh,
I'm going Ford.
I'm going DJ Moore. I think like he has to get fed, especially with all the injuries. I think DJ Moore is a great play. I think Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett are both viable plays as well. So, yeah, I love DJ Moore simply because game script is going to go directly to him because that run offense is not going to do diddly this week.
I will switch my answer to DJ Moore as well. I like that as well. Just Ford has such a good matchup, especially with the weather, too. So it's like 52-48 for me on DJ Moore.
Like, if all things go accordingly, like we could see 30-plus fantasy points from DJ Moore. And I like this week a lot for him.
I like that as well. Ramondre or B-Rob? B-Rob is one of my absolute smash plays this week. What do you got on this one?
Yeah, I absolutely love B-Rob this week.
What's up, Dion? Total record last week, Sleaze. Are you talking my stardom sit-ups? I think it was like 72% or something like that. I'm trying to stay above 70 this year. Terry or Pickens? That's Terry for me from Q. Who you got on this one?
This is tough. We got one person with a really good matchup. We got one person with a really bad matchup. But I'm still riding with Pickens, man.
Still riding with Pickens? Okay.
Yeah.
My mom's in the building. What's up, Mom? Say what's up to Mom, chat. Hey, James agrees with you. Disco, he says he believes it's Gus week. Panthers with one of the hardest with one of the weakest run defenses. I think Dobbins, dude. I think they both eat, especially with the injury of Bryant. They lost their best player, so I'm fully in on the Chargers run game this week. World Takes, what's up? Welcome in. He says BTJ or Worthy. I'm going Worthy just because of weather. I like the volume that BTJ would get better. Worthy's kind of boom or bust. And honestly, I'll call it right now. I like DeMarcus Robinson better than both of them this week.
I like Worthy, and I like him above all the names that you just mentioned.
Okay. Worthy, love his matchup. I do, but he only saw 3 touches. So it's kind of like, you did get the 20 points. You're not going to bench the player because it's tough, but I get it.
Demolition Man easily, not even like a consideration.
The worst. Demolition Man for sure for me as well. Mikey G, how we doing? Defense decisions, Cleveland or Seattle home league? Jags or Patriots, man. That's how I look at it. I'd rather go against the Patriots as a defense than the Jags.
Well, yeah, I like the head coach there. He plays a really spectacular defense. Yeah, other than Jacoby Brissett potentially running it in or Demario Douglas having his breakout game, I really like Seattle a little bit more than Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to eat. I think they're going to be fine, but there are way too many weapons on Jacksonville to like, yeah.
Right, that's the way I look at it. What's up, James says, what's up, Mom? What's up, Mom? What's cracking? What's up, Chris, man? I like Chris. He's always dropping great knowledge on my Twitter post, man. Welcome to the YouTube in here. 1 point PPR, Mason or Mixon? I'm going Mason.
I'm going Mixon.
Mixon plays the Bears D. It's pretty nasty. Purdy or Fields?
Fields.
It's like you said, all the matchups are plus for the Niners. It's just that the Vikings can keep up. I'm going to go Fields on that one as well. Full PPR pick 2, Devonta Smith, DK Metcalf, Tank Dell, James Conner from Alex Smith. He gives us a list of stars. I'll let you lead it off.
James Conner, Devonta Smith.
James Conner, Devonta Smith for me as well. Nailed that one. Have over 200 player props. How do I narrow it down to 50? Dude, we're going to get into it here as soon as we catch up with all the chat. We'll go game by game here, but we'll do it quick too. Questions are popping. The chat is popping. I can't thank you guys enough for being here. Teddy says B-Rob or Jerome Ford. That's a good one.
B-Rob.
Oh man, I like them both, bro. I would go B-Rob for the safe play. Should I do dishes? Let those dishes pile up. It's football Sunday, bro. Why Fields for the rushing upside? I would say over Purdy, and I think the Niners run away with the game, and you don't see as many Purdy points like you did on Monday Night Football. What's up, Will? How we doing? Need one full PPR flex. Amari, Jay Ford, or Worthy?
Jerome Ford or Worthy for me. Amari is not even in question. As long as Deshaun Watson's a quarterback in Cleveland, I'm not interested.
I would say depends on if you have any points against you already from Thursday night. Like if you played A-Chain, you played against him, I would go Worthy for the boom play. If it's 0-0, I would take the safe play with Jerome Ford. Ingram to the moon. I think it's gonna be tough with the weather right now. Hot take. I mean, we don't know if it's gonna hold up, but it doesn't look good. Should I trade Keenan for Godwin and Monty? I wouldn't even think about it. Yeah, Godwin. Yes. I'd rather have Godwin.
Absolutely.
Teddy says, "What's up, Mom?" Mom says, "What's up, Teddy?" Been driving crazy all morning, dude. How's the new job, Teddy? You liking it? Hot takes. Browns defense is very tough versus tight ends. So I would say this, James, to that point. I would say that Ferguson was out there last week and had 5 targets in a quarter in 3 minutes versus the Browns defense.
But how many receptions?
It is difference. 3 of them.
Yeah. So I think Christian Kirk. I don't think it's necessarily a position thing. I think it's like alignment and where the routes go, and based off of alignment and where the routes go, Christian Kirk is going to get the targets based off of the vacancy there.
I like that as assessment you've been making all week with Christian Kirk. I think he's one of the smash props as well. It's holding. I live 5 minutes from the stadium. Oh, okay. So hot takes right there. So he knows exactly. Dion says, how do I feel about Pitts this week? I love Pitts this week. I think Pitts is one of my smash tight ends, and I can't believe I ranked him in the top 5 for the first time in my fantasy content career, bro. I'm happy to see the Pitts breakout. How do you feel about Pitts?
He's touchdown dependent, and I don't think he finds the end zone.
He's going touchdown dependent. With the tight end position right now, though, you're playing him either way. I mean, after week 1, that was just so terrible for all tight ends. Ken, how we doing? Welcome in. Pollard, Brandon Cooks, or Jaden Reed? I'm going Pollard easy on that one. I don't want anything to do with Malik Willis. I assume you agree.
Yeah.
Or do you like Cooks better? Okay.
No, I don't like Cooks at all.
Striker is fun, do a lot of driving. Got to buy the new Prius soon to get the gas mileage or what? The worst says, what should I buy with my $100 when Sam Darnold goes under 40 passes? Order dinner. You're getting weed, bro. You're going to pass it over here, man. All right. So we are caught up finally with the chat. Thank you guys for all the questions. Keep them pouring in. So we're going to go game by game, quick pick'ems here. Say who we like for the game. Once that game is over, I will get to each question we go through. So fire away as many questions as you want. And we are going to start with the props from the Jacksonville Browns game that I don't even like. Do you like any props from here? And who are you taking for the spread?
What's the spread?
I believe it's Jacksonville 3 right now.
Okay. I like
it is where the hell is it? It is Jacksonville -3, yeah.
Okay, I like Jerome Ford receiving yards, 19.5 receiving yards.
100%.
I like Travis Etienne, 12.5 rushing attempts over, and that's it.
What about 3.5 receptions for Ford? He saw 7 targets last week, 6 catches.
Yeah, it's once again, like, just because he had it last week doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be open this week. Based off of what we saw with, the Jags defense last week, they got kind of like picked apart everywhere, but the target share was kind of forced to Devon Achane in the flats, and they're not necessarily weak in the flats. And I don't think Jerome Ford is remotely close to Devon Achane. So with that being said, I think the receptions should be a smash, but I also see that Deshaun might push the ball downfield a little bit more.
Okay, so are you keeping up with this, Fry?
Yeah.
2 props we like from the Jags-Browns game right now, guys. This is all I like too as well. It's just these 2 guys. It's Jerome Ford over 19.5 receiving yards and Travis Etienne over 12.5 attempts. I agree on both those 100%. And I really don't like touching this game, to be honest. I mean, if I even had to pick a different one, I would probably say, Christian Kirk, 46.
Etienne rushing attempts?
Rushing attempts for Etienne and receiving yards for Jerome Ford. Yeah, that's all we like. And who are you taking to win this game? I'm taking Jacksonville money line.
Is Jacksonville dogs or are they favored?
They're favored.
Okay. Shit. I'll take Jacksonville money line as well.
Okay, got you. And if you guys want to check out, so co-host Disco, he'll be here every Sunday with me as well. I'm on his show every Saturday. Last night we did a 3-hour stream, guys, with a star-studded panel of 5 of us. It was super fun. I have his link in the description. If you guys want to click that link, smash him a subscription. We'll be doing shows all year long. I forgot to shout that out earlier. My bad.
You're good, Chief.
So we are now headed into the God. They just go ugly to ugly, huh? We're headed into the Green Bay Colts game. I will start this one off. I love your longest rush call from Anthony Richardson, 13.5. I don't want to touch anything Malik Willis. The guy's never passed for over 100 yards in his career. Jonathan Taylor's rushing has bumped up even more now since yesterday. It's at 80.5. I still like the 16.5 rush attempts for Josh Jacobs. And if I had to pick one more, I would say I like Tucker Kraft, 18.5 as a security blanket.
Okay.
I'm taking the Colts to smash them.
I like everything you said, but I'm also going to add Adonai Mitchell, 17.5 yards for his longest reception. His average target that he got last week, which was 5 targets, was over 21.5 air yards traveled to him. Should he catch any of those, it's an easy smash, especially against a defense that allows a lot of work in the seams. So, yeah, I like the longest reception for Adonai Mitchell.
Who are you taking to win this game?
I'm taking Green Bay.
With the points? Woo!
Yeah.
You guys taking the Green Bay?
We don't like any of them really, but if we had to take any, so catching up here with chat and my buddy behind me, I got Jonathan Taylor's rushing yards at 78. I like that. Now it's up to 80. We like Anthony Richardson's longest rush over 13.5. And if he had to take anything else, it'd be Tucker Kraft over 18 and Adonai Mitchell's longest reception at 16.5. But again, I don't love this game. Catch up with chat here. What's up, Gabe? 0.5 PPR Metcalf or Worthy. I'm still going DK, man.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm still going DK. Worthy is so boomer bust.
They both are.
Yeah, well, yeah, and DK has a tough matchup too. Cosmic says, should I start Ezekiel Elliott or Gus or Kirk? I'm going Gus. I like Gus's matchup too much. I love the Chargers running backs versus the beat up Carolina defense. I think they run him over. What do you like?
I'm going Gus and Kirk. Those are my two options.
Gus and Kirk, I agree. Chris says 1 point PPR Ingram or Likely. I know you're going to say Likely.
Yeah, I like, even though Ingram's my tight end one on the year, I like Likely's matchup a little bit more this week, so I'm going Likely.
I'm still rolling Ingram, man. I think Mark Andrews is going to remind everyone that he's Mark Andrews this week. I don't see a double boom game coming from Likely, but I could be wrong.
But I mean, like once again, it's not that likely, or it's not Likely or Andrews. I think there's a world where they both eat because Likely is the wide receiver one, whereas Andrews is a tight end one. And I think those two are going to demand the vast majority of the targets. So I like both of them. I got a few lineups with both of them in there, actually.
I like it. Okay. Questions are popping, guys. Fly the questions in. We will get to them after every. We'll scroll through the game. Sorry, every. We'll go through a game. We'll answer the questions. Go through a game. Answer the questions. Man, Barlow, what's up, man? Welcome in. DJ Moore or Brian Robinson? I love them both. I guess if you want the safe play, it's Brian Robinson. If you want the boom play, it's DJ Moore.
Yeah, I mean, like Brian Robinson makes the most sense. DJ Moore, like, there's a very, very strong chance that DJ Moore doesn't smash because of Caleb Williams. Whereas, like, other than injury, which is like tough to predict, Brian Robinson should absolutely smash this week. So I'm going to be Rob.
100%. Carlos says Jameson Williams or McLaurin. I'm going McLaurin.
Yep.
Christian, what's up? Killian Arthurs, Christian Kirk or Jerome Ford? I'm going Jerome Ford for the safe play. The weather's bad.
Yeah, it's close though. It's very close.
Got you. Magic says B-Rob over Mondre. Full PPR. I'm going B-Rob. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Jelly Man in the building. What's up, my boy? Herbert over 200 passing. So this is a good one for Disco to lead off here. I'll come in second. You like this prop a lot, right?
I don't think I like the prop. I think I like the touchdown upside for Justin Herbert, and they don't have a passing touchdown situation here. I like, just because I like Gus doesn't mean I like his props. If I'm looking at any props in this game, I think McConkey's receiving yards is free. It's at 44.5
Shelly says
yards.
it's right.
I got him at 37.5, so now it's up at 44.5 receiving yards. I still like that. And then with Palmer being limited, any prop,
McConkey?
Well, yeah, McConkey should smash, but any prop for Quentin Johnston also seems very doable, and I hate saying it. And then another sneaky play that I like, and I have him projected to go double his current of 24.5 rushing yards, is Miles Sanders. Like, he had equal amount of snap share, and he was more explosive. He's healthy. They need him. I think.
Would you go, man? So I guess that's kind of evening out. 7.5 rush attempts means he's averaging 3 yards a carry at 24.5. So, okay, I think I'd rather take the yards over the attempts.
Yeah, I'm taking the yards.
Okay, so he likes. Now we'll lead it right into the Charger game. I don't know if I like Herbert over 200 though. Do you like it?
No.
I think it's more of a run game for Herbert or for the Chargers, especially with Brian out for the Carolina D. They're gonna get ran over.
Yeah.
Leon, welcome in, brother. Charbonnet, McConkey, Worthy, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Worthy.
Oof. See, for me, I'm going MHJ in the shootout game. Or Charbonnet's your safe floor play.
I respect it.
Lad over 4.5 receptions. I love that, Jelly, especially with Palmer beat up.
I don't like it.
He doesn't like it. There you see, you get both opinions on this. So smash the like, guys. We are going to dive into the Charger game here. We already went over it a little bit. I'm going to say the props that I think I like here. I like Gus over 44.5 rushing. I think that's an absolute lock. I kind of agree with the Miles Sanders. It is risky because it's kind of a split, so and it's not a great matchup. The Chargers run D is very good. I do like McConkey 44.5 receiving yards. I'm interested in Quentin Johnston 17.5 longest reception. That's for sure.
It's 16.5 longest reception.
Oh, I'm probably it's probably refreshed on me. I need to refresh it. You guys think Kmet gets targets today? Big Draft Energy thinks Kmet is going to be more involved today, and I have to agree if Keenan and Rome are beat up, but I don't like the start. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's once again, anybody from Chicago this week is very volatile.
Right. What's up, Brian? How we doing? Likely Deontay Wandale for flex.
Likely.
Wow, he's so high on likely. I mean, you get volume with all of them, right? You got 12 targets with Wandale last week. He gets the worst Commander secondary. Deontay Johnson had a 35% target share last week until he got pulled out of the game because it was 40-0. So
he was also banged up. Like he was also on the injury report all week. So that's the one reason why I was completely out on Deontay. Sorry for interjecting there.
Oh, you're good.
That's the one reason why I was out on him all offseason. He's got a lot of red flags when it comes to the injury, and I just don't draft or play injured players.
Got you. So if you had my buddy behind me is asking, if you had to pick one prop from the Carolina Charger game, what's the lock? If you had to pick just one, I think I'd go Gus's rushing yards or attempts. I like the 11.5 attempts.
Yards? Yeah, I like McConkey receiving yards. That's my favorite one.
He likes McConkey receiving yards. Okay, over 44.
Well, look at what Shaheed did, right, and where he did it, and now look at where McConkey lines up.
Right. I like it. I would say the 11.5 rushing attempts for Gus is very tempting too. I mean, that looks almost gold if they run him over. Okay, moving on. Or I'll get to Dalton here.
What was the favorite Carolina pick? That one.
He likes Miles Sanders over 24.5 rushing. Do we trust any Chicago wide receivers this week? I trust DJ Moore and Keenan Allen if he's out there.
I don't trust him, but I'm playing him.
Right. Well, I think DJ Moore is a boom play.
Yeah, but he could also just disappear and do absolutely diddly. So it's either 40 or 0 with him.
Caleb's got to get accurate, man. It hasn't looked good.
Yeah.
Big Bills guy, full PPR. Welcome in. How we doing? Likely Dell. I'm going Dell. I have Dell as a smash play this week, or Jameson Williams.
I do love Dell. I think Dell is a great play, especially if Nico is still relatively not feeling great with the sickness. He might be a little bit more limited, so we might see a little bit more volume for Dell. He's great.
I agree. So, everybody, if you're in here, smash that like, smash that subscription. We are going to go game by game here. Drop all your questions as we go through a game. We will answer the questions right after. And now we are moving on to the Las Vegas-Baltimore game here. I will let you lead this one off.
Okay. There's not a lot of props that I absolutely like. If we're just looking off of game script, the obvious one would be Derrick Henry 71.5 rushing yards. But I don't think it's as obvious as people like to make it. I have it at a 48% probability, which is less than likely, so I don't love it. Unfortunately, they don't have, because like over on your sports books, you look at Lamar Jackson's passing attempts, and it's inflated based off of what he did last week.
41, right?
Yeah, Lamar Jackson always acts out of character when he plays the Kansas City Chiefs. He never does what he's supposed to do. So I don't love that either. I want to say the ones with the highest probability are actually both on the Vegas side. I love the 200.5 passing yards for Gardner Minshew. And I love Devontae Adams, 57.5 receiving yards.
Oh, okay. So, oh man, I'd say one in this game. Like, I love the Minshew passing. I agree with that, but we can't link it with Devontae because the drafters thing. Oh, and if you guys aren't signed up on drafters, make sure you are. You can use code DISCO or code SLEAZE, and we will match up to $100 as you deposit and get in. And I would say I love Devontae Adams' receptions at 5.5. I love Gardner Minshew at 200. And I'd say I love Lamar Jackson's rushing at 48.5. He looks like he's going to run all over the place this season, losing weight, looking skinny, moving across. And I'm interested in Trey Tucker's 13.5 longest reception. And I also like Zay Flowers at 4.5 receptions. I think that's a lock. That's like my favorite one.
They just added Zamir White 1.5 receptions.
I don't know if I like it.
I love it.
You're going with that one?
No, I'm not playing it, but I love it.
I love it, but I'm not playing it. What's up, Devin? How we doing? Okay, so I'm gonna take.
Michael Mayer 9.5 receiving yards. That's free money.
You like that one?
I do.
Michael Mayer 9.5 receiving yards. He says it dropped from 10 last night. That's even better.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Likely's receptions? You don't want to touch that one? 3.5.
I like him finding the end zone. I don't like anything else.
Okay.
Because if you look at the target share against the Raiders last week, the vast majority of the target share went towards the tight end position or the slot. That's why I like Mayer. I think that's if there's one lock that I have in that game, it's got to be Michael Mayer. Because if I'm also looking at the snap share for the Las Vegas Raiders last week, he was on the field 34% of the time. 57% of the time. Bowers is on the field 68% of the time. 34 for Mayer, 41 snaps for Brock Bowers. So relatively both on the field.
12 personnel was out there a lot.
Exactly. So if Bowers is getting bracketed by Kyle Hamilton, that leaves one free player. And like Michael Mayer is a special talent. He's an absolutely spectacular talent. And people just completely forgot that he's any good because Brock Bowers is just a generational talent. But yeah, man. I love 9.5 receiving yards. I think that happens in the first quarter.
Wow. Okay. I like that. I mean, it can be one hit on that. So I like taking the low ones as well. I'm going to have to agree with that. He loves Michael Mayer at 9.5, by the way, receiving yards. Lock.
All right.
Do we think Amari Cooper comes out on top? So, dude, for this one, the Jags are missing their top corner, their top safety. The weather's terrible. And you have Deshaun Watson. Everything looks like a smash play for Cooper, but it just depends on if Deshaun Watson shows up. So, I mean, that's a tough one for me with the weather. I would rather play the running backs and take it safe. Jelly says Tay is catching 8 balls. I agree. Tay's having a big day. Devin says, "What's up, Disco? How we doing?" My nephew Colton is in the building. What's up, little man? Actually, he's a big man now. Huh? You're getting all big over there, bro. KD, what's good, man? We're at my house. KD, you can come here if you want. Then we're going to Fry's at 9:30.
What's your favorite for the Ravens?
He says, "What's your favorite lock for the Ravens, Disco?" He says, Michael Mayer 9.5. If I had to take a Raven, I would go Zay Flowers 4.5 receptions.
I mean, Justice Hill receiving yards makes a little bit of sense.
A lot of updates that he won't be used that much today, though, in this game.
Yeah, but how
All
much?
is one, you know.
Did you get the Zamir White call wrong? Are we calling it quits on him this season?
Oh, dude, I see. He knows how. He's like, you were so high on Zamir. So
after week 6, brother. After week 6, brother.
Disco's saying we're waiting until week 6 and then Zamir pops. What's up, Tony? He says, "Good day, guys. Can you rate running back handcuffs? Bucky, Benson, Bigsby, DeMarco, Garendo." I'm going Benson, Bucky, Bigsby. I mean, DeMarco is not really a handcuff. Garendo is kind of, behind Mason. So you're looking at a third running back when CMC comes back. So I'd only rank those 3. I go Benson, Bucky, Bigsby because James Conner is always hurt 4 games a year.
Yeah, I agree with that. Going back, what's my lock for Baltimore game? For Baltimore, it's Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals.
Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals is another lock he has for the Ravens game. Okay. Katie, be there in an hour. Got you. Be there. I see you. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions. Thank you guys for the likes. I am on StreamYard, so I can't see any of the follows or anything like that. But all you guys that are in here, thank you so much. Scorpio says, I skipped him over. Jameson Williams or DJ Moore? I'm going DJ Moore easy.
I'm with you.
Scorpio says, should I start Zay or Xavier Worthy?
Go for the ceiling play. Go with Worthy.
He likes Worthy. Oh, I like Worthy.
Well, here's the knock on Zay. Like why a lot of people didn't like Zay, in the preseason ranking, especially at ADP, is because we thought he would be getting, he would be the 4th option behind Lamar Jackson running, Derrick Henry running, Mark Andrews receiving. But now he's actually the 5th option with Isaiah Likely being ahead of him in the pecking order. So it's tough to predict his floor. Whereas like
I
Xavier
don't know
Worthy,
if I'd say fifth option when you saw 10 targets.
yeah, but that's just game script, right? That's just game
Right.
script.
This
They
this
had
game
to
script
have,
will be different.
yeah,
I
like
agree.
do we see Lamar Jackson throwing for 41 pass attempts ever again unless he plays Kansas City? And the answer is no. I think like we'd be lucky to see him over 23, 24 pass attempts.
I think
They're going to run. They're going to run a lot.
And
I agree. I agree. This is a Derrick Henry game for sure. Mom says, "What's up, Colton? Grandma, how we doing?" Scary Terry, 40 yards. I like Terry this week, Killian. I do. I think he bounces back hard this week. I mean, if he doesn't this week, my panic meter is on 100%.
If
That's
you're
for
willing to
sure.
lose the money, yeah, take the bet.
I got to write it out till CMC is back since there's no trade value. I hear you, man. Brian Jens, welcome in. Risky to start both Andrews and Likely. I never like starting two tight ends on the same team. I like the matchup this week for him a lot, but I don't think I'm starting both. What do you think here?
Once again, like I like them both. I like Likely more than I like Andrews because we saw that Likely ceiling is way higher. Likely is not a tight end. He is just a designated tight end based off of his position on the depth chart. This guy is a wide receiver. He plays like a wide receiver. He lines up as a wide receiver. He is their wide receiver one. So yeah, I would play both.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, guys, keep the questions coming. We're going to roll on to the next game here. Our next game of props we're going to look at. Oh, yeah, you didn't pick. Who you taking, Ravens or Raiders?
Ravens.
Taking the Ravens to cover.
I'm not taking them to cover. I think it's going to be a lot closer, but I'm just taking Ravens straight up my line. I like the idea of Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals, and I think he wins the game with a field goal.
Ooh, closer than you think. I like the Raiders D, man. They're better than people think.
Yeah, especially with Crosby chasing down Lamar Jackson. It's tough.
It is. So now we get to move on to the Saints game and the Cowboys game here. I will let you take away the props here on this one to start it off.
Oh God. Well, like we've been talking about the same prop over and over in this game, right? Where we absolutely love Kamara's receptions. It's still at 4.5 receptions.
I think it's an absolute lock. Absolute gold.
It should be. It absolutely should be, right? But I think 53 rushing and receiving yards for Ezekiel Elliott, 53.5. I love the under there. And then pick your poison with one of the tight ends on New Orleans. It's going to be either Foster Moreau over 10.5 receiving yards or Jawan Johnson over 19.5 receiving yards. Pick one and then stagger the other with the other props that we got, the Kamara receptions and the under on Zeke rushing and receiving.
Do we like Zeke under 40? That's kind of interesting. I mean,
well, I think
he's good.
Let's look at his targets that he got last week. Okay.
I think he got like 3 targets, right?
Yeah, but
I'm pulling it up right now. Hang on. He got 2 targets, two catches, 9 yards.
Okay, and then if we look at what the New Orleans Saints did versus running backs, they had 2 targets against them, 0 receiving yards for.
Do we count it with the Panthers though, man?
Yes, we do. Do we think Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders are better than Ezekiel Elliott currently?
Zeke didn't look great. He fell into the end zone, but I would say no by a little bit.
Yeah, so that's why I'm betting against that. I think he's going to depend on the rushing. I think 40 yards is possible for rushing, but 53.5, I don't think he's going to get there with receiving. So I'm taking the under there. I have a 62% probability on that.
So, okay. Ezekiel Elliott under rush plus receiving is one of the locks, and Alvin Kamara over 4.5 receptions. Okay.
One of the tight ends from New Orleans for over 3 yards.
They have a smash matchup. The Cowboys struggle versus tight end. I think it's going to be Jawan Johnson if I take it. I don't trust any Foster Moreau. I mean, 10 yards could be done, but I don't fully like trusting that. Interesting one is Schoonmaker at 18.5.
I was literally just going to say that. Luke Schoonmaker is a very interesting one, and I'll tell you why, right? Because if we're looking at targets versus the New Orleans Saints by the tight end position, it was only one. The tight end was only targeted once against New Orleans Saints. That's kind of why I don't want to touch it, but it looks borderline free.
But you got to give that to the Dave Canales system as well, right? They don't target tight ends.
This is also true, but then let's look at all the snaps that would go in, would-be areas or passes that went into would-be areas, and only 33% of the snaps went into the flats or the seams.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I like
so
that.
Like it looks.
I just kind of throw the Panthers game out the window because they look so terrible.
No, I'm just like there are a few takeaways that you can get. Like you could see how much zone they play and where they're susceptible and where they're weak, because Bryce Young still threw an extraordinary amount of times, and we got to see, a lot of situations there. So yeah, he's a puppy. So yeah,
I-50 super deep 6-person draft for $30.
He's trying to say hi, man. He's all over the lap. For me, it's just, man, I just the Panthers. I don't know. It's tough with Dave Canales and the tight end. Catch up with chat here. Oh, who are you taking? Oh no, we are on Saints Cowboys game. I like those props. I'm gonna take the Cowboys in this game to cover.
What's the spread?
It is, I think it's. Let me see here. Cowboys.
Don't worry, man. You host. I'll pull it up.
Got you. It is 6.5.
Who are the dogs? So it's +6 for New Orleans. I think New Orleans covers.
You think they cover? I'm gonna take the Cowboys to cover. I'm not even going money line. Catch up with chat here. Magic says, or Colton says, Josh Jacobs or Nico Collins. I'm going Josh Jacobs. Nico Collins is one of my major bold call sit-ems. He draws one of the top 3 corners in the NFL, and Jalen Johnson. And that Bears D is going to get after Nico Stroud this week like he's never seen.
It's floor versus ceiling. Nico Collins has one of the highest ceilings in football, but I have this projected as a Tank Dell game. And I think this is going to be like the best matchup that Josh Jacobs will face all year based off of my projections. He's going to be relied upon, and he's going to need
20 touches.
Yeah, easily or even more. It's definitely a Josh Jacobs game. But I'm going Josh Jacobs, but this is simply because I like the floor more than I like Nico.
I like it. I'm on the same page. Leon says, bought low on MHJ. Would y'all start Kyler? Yes, I'd start all of them. I like this game as the highest scoring game of the week between the Rams and the Cardinals. Either that or the Lions and the Bucks. I'm starting all players in both these games.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Is there any other Falcon to start in full PPR besides Pitts, London, and Bijan? Not for me. No, there is not. Well, Kirk, yeah. I did, but there's still got to be better QB value that I feel more comfortable with right now because Kirk looked really slow.
So you wouldn't consider potentially flexing?
I would start Daniel Jones over Kirk Cousins.
I would never do that ever in a million years, a kabillion years. It's not happening, sir. But I think Mooney's also potentially like in a deeper league, 14-man league. I think he's flexible.
So here's what's interesting about Mooney. They ran the same amount of routes between him and Ray, and Ray saw way more volume. I was blown away.
Just because there was a vacancy in that spot for Ray.
Right.
Kirk Cousins will crack the stack. If you cover something, Kirk Cousins will find where you're deficient. And he kind of did.
I agree. Okay. Will Purdy kill this week? I'm going with Stafford over Purdy 100%. This is a smash Rams-Cardinals game all around. Dalton.
Yeah, Stafford has one of the best matchups in football this week. And this is not based off of what happened last week, just based off of the passing alone. He has one of the best matchups in football this week.
Disco ranked him quarterback 1 yesterday, by the way. So we're rolling out Stafford hard, bro. Dirk Diggler. I like the name. Go ahead. Did I interrupt?
No, I was saying it's between him and Mahomes. My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, got you. Mahomes. Oof. Okay. Kamara, Gibbs, Connor, Mason. Oh my God, bro. This is 4 studs. Dude.
Which 3 would you pick?
Yeah. I'm starting Mason no matter what. I'm starting Connor no matter what. I'm starting Gibbs no matter what. And I'm starting Kamara no matter what. But I put Kamara 4th because the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm going Gibbs 1, Connor 2, Kamara 3. I'm sitting Mason.
Okay. Magic says, besides Jamar Chase, who else could eat on the Bengals because they're going to throw a lot? It's going to be a sneaky Chase Brown game for me here. I don't like starting him.
Get out of my head.
It's going to be sneaky.
Get out of my head.
If you're looking like deep here, Dude, Gesicki looked good last week, man. He had a baller ass touchdown catch. He got a flag call back on another catch. I know you're not going to start him in fantasy, but like DFS play or something deep. Gesicki had a lot of volume that wasn't there because of flags. It was kind of bullshit. He lost like 2
so
points.
if we're talking about volume, are we talking about snaps or are we talking about targets?
Targets. He had a touchdown call back, and like a 30-yard pass call back.
Okay, because if you're looking at the general like snap share, Drew Sample led that entire room by far. He had
blocking, right?
Well, no, he also had targets. He's the one who fumbled on the end zone, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
53% of the time, Drew Sample was on the field. Gesicki was
35.
On the field, 35. Eric All was on the field 24, and I think Eric All, the healthier he gets, will start.
How many yards?
Taking over.
Not necessarily taking over, but
that's
he'll
definitely
be
11.5.
He'll definitely be taken away from Gesicki.
11.5 rushing yards is all.
I like that. I think Eric All should win this job by week 8 at this point. But I mean, I'm saying Gesicki dart throw for me. I don't love it, just a dart throw. Hot Take City in the building. Rico Dowdle, top 5 running back, is here. He says Rico's coming out game is here. I do not like it versus Saints at all, bro. They have a great run defense.
This is a tough one to call that on.
London going to catch more than 3 balls. London is one of my smash plays this week, Jelly. That's why I've been trying to trade for him from you, man. Start the Texans D or the Dallas D. I'm rolling out Dallas over Texans, I believe. Oh, man. Well, dude, Caleb looked bad. I think I might go Texans.
It would make more sense to go Texans, especially with all the wide receivers banged up.
And the matchup between the offensive line and the deep. Well, the Saints have a terrible. They're ranked last offensive line, so I can't even use that.
I think with the new scheme, like we can count on Derek Carr to try to take care of the ball a little bit more. Yes, he's going to do some stupid shit, but I think Derek Carr, based off of offensive coordinator in scheme, Dallas D is not going to get a lot of takeaways. They may get some sacks, but Texans defense, they'll get the sacks because they have great pass rushers. And they'll get the takeaways as well, especially with Caleb Williams being so volatile. I think we'll see Caleb Williams be a good fantasy football player and a good NFL player. Just these first 2 matchups are against really, really, really great defenses.
I know they get the Colts next week. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Oh, he's going to light up the fucking Colts, and I'm trying to buy low on Caleb Williams everywhere. These are 2 of the top defenses that he's facing in the first 2.
What's up, Millie Bev? Just flowing, love it. Welcome in, my guy. How we doing? DFS picks, my guy. Great stuff. Thank you.
Dan, you're absolutely brilliant. Shout out to NFL DFS picks. Follow him everywhere. Seriously, absolutely brilliant, man.
He is going to be added to our show on Saturday, NFL DFS. If you don't follow his Twitter or his YouTube, and we are working on starting a recap and numbers crunch show as well here.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Demarcus Robinson? I love Demarcus Robinson this week. I think he's a solid flex play.
I don't love it. I have him in Community First Dynasty because Ferguson's down and I needed another flex.
I thought you were dropping Ferguson to me. Wasn't that what you said?
No, I mean like shit. I'm not one of those dummies who's going to overreact. What up, Quasi? Quasi, I miss you, man. Basketball season's over and Quasi's like never around, so it's always good to see Quasi peeking his head. I'm going against him and Devon HN this week. It's rough.
All right, I got you. KD says Hopkins or K. Dotton in the flex. Man, I don't like Hopkins versus the Jets. He's played limited. And K. Dotton, there could be a shootout game here for the Lions. I think I'd take the risk on K. Dotton.
Yeah, I'm not ever playing K. Dotton over DeAndre Hopkins. Like
he only played. I know they said he's going to ramp up, but dude, you draw Reed and Sauce. And DeAndre Hopkins played 25% snaps last week.
I like. Respectfully, the only thing that I hate more than Will Levis throwing the ball to any of his targets, that's why I'm out on all of those targets, is K. Dotton. So, yeah, I got to go with DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, he had 27% snaps last week.
It's terrible.
But, like, he should get a little bit more this week. And
but the matchup I just don't like the matchup, bro. And I don't like Will Levis.
Yeah, I honestly, I would look at your waiver wire because both of them are definitely sits for me this week.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have a better option, I would love to hear it on that one too, KD. Scorpio says, I have Drake London in 2 of my leagues. Half the people say to trade him. Do not trade Drake London. It is week 1, bro. Do not trade. He's a superstar. He's going to see 30% target share over the season. I'm not doing that.
78% of the snaps, the right tackle got beat by TJ Watt. 78% of the snaps. There's only one TJ Watt in the league. It's tough to get the ball. It's tough to get them, because literally every play we looked at, TJ Watt was doing something absolutely like insane. Like, dude's a mutant, right? There's only one TJ Watt. Kirk
I think
Cousins,
he's defensive player of the year already.
yeah, easily. He should have been last year too. Kirk Cousins couldn't get the ball out because TJ Watt was a monster, and that right tackle is one of the better ones in the league. So yeah, hold.
Yeah, I'm holding for sure. Is this Grossman? This might be my boy. I don't know if it's him or not by the name, but he says Purdy for 500 yards, 10 TDs. My guy, Risky Ego in the building. What's up, brother? How we doing? Another one of my IRL boys. What's good this morning? Quasi, welcome back. I haven't seen you in the stream since the best ball, man. Hope everything's well. How's life going? Should I keep Drake London? Yeah, I'm not trading Drake London. Tyler Johnson, dude, this is an interesting one here. He's supposed to get the Puka role here. What do you like Tyler Johnson this week? I think it's interesting play, man. I love all the props for him. I mean, he smashed a 70-yarder last week. If he gets more playing time this week and he plays the Puka role, he could be a solid flex play. It's just kind of risky.
Here's the thing. It's so volatile because Tutu's still there. Jordan Whittingham is still there. Demarcus Robinson is still there. The only person who's a certainty is Cooper Kupp. And, that's not an option. So, pick your poison. If you like him, he could be the guy who smashes. But any week, it's interchangeable. I don't think it's easy to project.
I think it's going to be a shootout game, though. So that's the only reason I kind of like it this week. It's, I have this projected as my highest scoring game of the week.
The Rams defense looked way better against a way better offense. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. And the fact that the Rams are currently dogs in this game. Yes, they're missing a lot of pieces on the offensive line, but that's
4 linemen are down.
Yeah, that's borderline offensive still. It's still borderline offensive
because it's McVay and he can do anything. I agree.
Exactly.
Fantasy Football Face-Off says, "Is Pete? What's up, my guy? Welcome in, Pete. How we doing, brother? Hope you're having a good morning. It's almost NFL kickoff day. Bears optimism that Rome is going to play. So what I saw, hot take, is that Rome was forcing the coaches to let him out there. He was like, I'm going to play in this game. You guys aren't going to keep me out. So I don't know how the medical terms are going to work on that, but I saw it. Defense to pick up. I love the Chargers defense, Dalton. I'm not moving from that. Ferguson is out. Shoemaker is in. Just updated. Start Kyler or Stroud. I'm starting Kyler. Who do you got on that one?
It's tough. Stroud's unfortunately a sit for me this week. So I'm going Kyler.
Okay, he's going Kyler as well. What's up, bro? I'm around as well. Are we playing in the best ball league? How's that going so far? I haven't even, I never look at that one, honestly. Once it's the best ball, I just kind of leave it. Do you like Cooks over Keenan? No, I do not. I'd start Keenan 100%. Roster says, what's up, everyone? KD says, Risky, what's good? Golfing and football, let's go from Teddy. DJ Moore or Zay Flowers? I'm going DJ Moore, 100% of his non-PPR too as well. You are as well? I would assume so.
Definitely.
Okay, so keep the questions coming, guys. We're heading on to the freaking grunge game of the week, man. The New York Giants are headed to the Commanders. And the funny thing is I like a lot of props in this game. This is like a matchup everywhere you want to get. So this is one of my highest betting cards of the week. I have tons of bets on here. I'll start off with what I like, and then you can pop in what you like here. I like Danny Dimes over 27.5 rushing. I like 9.5 rush attempts for Jaden Daniel as the over. I like Austin Eckler 17.5 receiving. I like Brian Robinson's both props, rushing and receiving, 54 and 11. I'm not touching Singletary. I like Neighbors over 65 as one of my major locks of the week. I like Terry over 48. I like Wandale over, it used to be 36, now it's to 40, so everyone's betting Wandale. And I'm interested also in Theo Johnson 17.5. And I don't want to touch the kickers in this game, really. They could be nice, but I don't want to touch them. And I'm taking the Commanders money line.
Yeah, there's only one real lock in this game, and that's Daniel Jones over 0.5 interceptions thrown. I'm not touching anything else. I think what's very intriguing is Theo Johnson, 4 targets, 18 receptions on 18 receiving yards on that reception. I like that one a lot. I think Malik Neighbors should easily go over 65.5 receiving yards, but Danny Pesos, not Danny Dimes, Danny Pesos is throwing the ball to him. So I think it's too fucking volatile, and I'm not going to take credit for that one because JC Money Design created the Danny Pesos.
That was good.
Yeah, shout out to JC Money Design and the sports affiliation. Great folks.
So you don't like any of the neighbors with the matchup? I'm curious.
I love it. I love it, but I cannot say that there's definitive proof that the prop and the matchup are things that I like. I think neighbors will find the end zone. I like them for anytime touchdown, but we don't have that option here on Drafters.
Okay. And who would you take in this game?
Oh, fuck that.
It is minus 1.5 Washington. I think I would take Washington to cover.
What's the over under?
Tickle the beard. Let me know the answer. It is
the over under
43.5.
43.5. I'll take the under.
Oh, so there's no points in this game. Okay, I'm with that. All right, catch up with chat here.
I do like the kickers too. Both of them over 1.5 field goals.
I think it could be a more kicking game too, but I just don't like it. I don't want to risk it on that.
Yeah.
Tony S, welcome in. Dynasty London for Worthy. I'm taking London all day, every day. Dion says, terrible question. I know. McLaughlin or Zamir? Here's what's interesting. Now, Zamir White played 39% of the snaps. Me and both Disco. Disco is all in on Zamir White. I'm super high on Zamir White. He played 39% of the snaps. But this week, as a running back, he has the highest plus matchup for any running back with offensive line play here. So it just depends on if they can stay in this game. But I think I would go Zamir. It's tough. That's a tough one.
Zamir will improve on what he did last week, but we're not going to see the true beast unleashed. We're not going to see the god Zeus unleashed until like week 5-6. But I think he has an improvement, and I think McLaughlin, he's going to get involved in the receiving game. 3 receptions.
He saw 15 touches, so I mean, McLaughlin's not bad play here either.
Yeah, but it's Pittsburgh, right?
I know.
And like we can't see what happened against the running back position last week for Pittsburgh as like a negative because Bijan Robinson looked absolutely spectacular. We saw Bijan Robinson at his floor, and he's better than 95% of the running backs in the NFL currently at his floor. So I'm very intrigued to see what he does against Philly. Dude's just absolutely spectacular. But to go back to the point, I don't like Jaleel McLaughlin. And I'll say it before. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I do prefer Javonte Williams over Jaleel McLaughlin season long, but I hate this running room.
Yeah, me too. I like that. I mean, with that, you're just going against Pittsburgh. If it was like, say, McLaughlin versus the Chiefs or something like that, I would like that better. I think it's going to be a grunge game. Defense, Pittsburgh's, their steel curtain is back. It's nasty. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. No cap in the building. What's up, my man? Arthur says Commanders defense is horrendous. Dude, you start everyone against Commanders, but it's just Danny Dimes. That's what makes it hard. Jerry, welcome in this morning. Rise and shine Sunday football. Ooh. Jacoby Myers or Xavier Worthy? I'm going Xavier, I think, here, even for the boom.
Yeah, I mean, like, Jacoby Myers is the safest thing. Like, he's so trustworthy and so reliable. I'd let him, like, date my sister. He's as trustworthy as you get. Like, if you want the safest floor in fantasy football, it's Jacoby Myers at wide receiver, and at tight end, it's Dallas Goedert. Those guys are as, like, safe as humanly possible. They're great glue pieces. But if we're talking about winning your matchup, like, you got to go Xavier Worthy. And good morning, Jerry. My hand still hurts from you crushing my hand at the Fantasy Football Expo in Canton.
First hand that story down. PPR go McLaurin. Jacoby is fired. Jacoby's always Mr. Reliable. He nailed that point. I just think I'd take the boom of Xavier Worthy over it. And so, guys, if you're in here, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. Also, in the description, my co-host Disco here, I have his YouTube linked in there, his Twitter, everything is in there. We do shows every Saturday, every Sunday. We will be live again tomorrow, I believe, on Monday. Yeah. So if you want to show him support as well, that'd be greatly appreciated. It is in the description. Click that link. Takes 1 second. Smash the button. Hit the subscribe.
And Thursdays. We're live Thursdays, too.
So you guys are you're Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley over Deontay Johnson and Carlos Cortland Sutton this week, right?
His question is Christian Kirk and who?
Calvin Ridley.
Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley over Cortland Sutton and Deontay Johnson? Yeah, I think so. Barely.
Christian Kirk is like this is like the bottom of the barrel, man. All these guys I'm out on. Completely out on. Depends on what version of Will Levis we see this week. Is it going to be the Mayo smelling guy, or the quick release Mayo that we saw, right?
Yep.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I'm going to go Christian Kirk. I like him
I have to agree. I don't love any of them. I'd go Kirk and Deontay if I could, but it's definitely not
Kirk and Deontay over Calvin Ridley. You're all against Calvin Ridley this season, huh?
No, it's just a matchup. It's a nightmare.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't want to go against Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. I'm not doing that.
And Hopkins, and he'll probably take it over Hopkins then.
And right on cue, yeah, I believe so. Right on cue, we're moving on to the Jets Titans game here. If you guys have any questions, we will get to them as soon as we break it down here. Do you want to lead this one off? Props you like? What do you like from this game?
10.5 rushing yards for Will Levis seems free. Receiving yards, 27.5 for Breece Hall also seems realistic. I'm contemplating between either the rushing yards for Tony Pollard at 50.5 or the rushing attempts at 12.5. I got it at 10.5. So it's interesting and encouraging to see that the number's gone up there. It was practically free. Other than that, like, I don't like any of the receiving props. I don't like any of the actual any other props. Like 10.5 rushing yards for Will Levis is my absolute lock for this game.
Oh, we got a Joe Mixon update, by the way. If you guys are on Drafter for a free promo of 49 yards, let's build a card out while we can right here. If you're down,
yeah.
Downs is inactive. Doug, welcome in. How we doing? He says I need 2 flex. B-Rob always. He's my smash start this week. Ridley, Palmer, Brandon Cooks, Parkinson. That is a tough second choice, man. What's crazy is, and I think I'm gonna get screamed at by Disco here. I'm going Colby Parkinson, man.
I think he has a plus matchup. I just think that he's also overrated.
I mean, I don't like Ridley versus Sauce. I don't like Palmer with his injury update. I don't like Cooks this week.
I'm going with Cooks because, like, if we're talking about who can spike the most, it makes sense to go with Cooks. You got a safe play with B-Rob. I'm shocked that B-Rob's even in question.
Yeah, he's a smash start for me.
Yeah, so I'm going B-Rob and Brandon Cooks.
Okay, got you. In an SF Superflex spot, Brissett. Gary is bringing in hot spice right now. You want me to choose between Brissett and Bryce Young, who looked absolutely terrible. No, I'd say that Bryce Young probably has the better chance in garbage time. Brissett has the Seattle secondary is nasty. Their corners are nasty. Woolen, I don't like any of the matchup for the Patriots in the air. I would probably roll Bryce Young, and I'd probably roll Jacoby or Zamir. I'd probably roll Zamir just for the vol. I go Myers over Zamir.
Yeah, I'm going Brissett and Zamir.
Okay, there you go. Douglas, I had a good feeling with Parkinson. Great minds think alike. Yeah, Parkinson was out there 90% of the snaps, man. Now Puka's gone. He should see better volume. I just don't like your options.
Wait, great minds think alike. What's that mean for me, Doug?
Damn, throwing it at you.
Dick.
How we doing, Johnny, this morning? Need 2 full PPR, DK Metcalf, Xavier Worthy, B-Rob, Pollard. I'm going B-Rob as a smash play. We just talked about that. DK Metcalf, Worthy, or Pollard?
I'm going B-Rob and Pollard.
He's going B-Rob and Pollard. I would take the safe play and B-Rob and Pollard also. DK scares me versus Gonzalez a little bit this week. Aaron, how we doing? Give me 2 full PPR. Najee, Ramondre, JK. I'm going Najee and JK. Who do you like on that one?
I'm going
Najee, JK.
Najee and Ram. JK is borderline sittable for me. He might be on my sit list.
Oh, I'm super high on JK this week. So see, mine's always different in fantasy, man. Rob Tass says McLaurin or JMO. I'm going McLaurin. I'm riding it twice. If he fails again, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm a grown ass man. I don't ride shit.
You taking JMO over McLaurin?
Oh, I'm going McLaurin. I just don't ride shit.
How you feel, Gus plus 90? I love it. I think Gus has a big day as well, just like I do Dobbins. I like them both. Jordan Akins or Hunter Henry? Oh, I'll let you go first in this one.
I'm going to go Hunter Henry.
I think I'm going Hunter Henry as well. I'll give you a follow on here. I follow you on X. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for the subscriptions, everyone. Thank you for the likes. We will also be live tomorrow recapping, and we're live throughout the week. So make sure you check that description and check out my guy Big Draft Energy's YouTube and his Twitter as well. We drop content 24/7, guys. All here to help you guys with your fantasy matchups. Eddie says Swift. I'm not starting Swift at all. McConkey, Jameson, or Dobbins. I'd probably go Dobbins or McConkey. Those would be my two. Jameson's still. I need to see consistency from him before I, feel comfortable rolling him out.
I'm going
So,
McConkey.
yeah, to answer this question, what's your
He's going
safest
McConkey.
game to touch on a bet this week?
The safest lock: Niners over the Vikings.
What about like players prop bets? What's the safest game?
I don't know right now. I'd have to look at the list. We're gonna build a card right now, though. All right, guys. So pop the questions. We're gonna build a card real quick here with the Joe Mixon bonus. 0.5 PPR, pick 2. Dobbins, Sharp, or MHJ. Oh man, I'm going MHJ and Dobbins. Who do you got on that one?
Same.
Trade Puka for Worthy. 7 weeks, man. Are you 0-1? Is this the panic magic? I think I might if you're in the panic. Peanut butter jelly time. What's up, my dude? Welcome in. All right. So are we gonna go for a 10 card build here, or how do you want to take the bonus here?
Well, you can max at 8. So
You want to max an 8?
I'm literally at 7 out of 8. So
Oh, you went ahead?
yeah, I'm ahead, but like I'm gonna
Break it down for me. I'll tail it. What do we got?
you don't have to tail it. And I think it's maximum $10 that we can bet on it. I'm just
Okay. So I got the rushing for Mixon. So listen up here. This is the tail card right here. This goes money at these.
I'm just waiting for the last one. Hey man, 8 props is like very, 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 very difficult to hit. It's almost impossible.
I know.
But with that being said, we're gonna try based off of our research. I'm just trying to find the 8th prop
There you
right
go.
now
Listen. Okay.
that I like. Is there a prop in the later games that you like? Because I'm having difficulty right now with the last prop.
So we're talking.
And I don't want to use a prop that we've used before.
We're talking Steelers, Broncos, Bengals. I like Chris Brown's receiving yards at 10.
Chase Brown?
Yep. Sorry, Chase
Chase
Brown.
Brown.
Chris Brown, baby. We dancing it out.
Chase Brown receiving yards. Yeah, I like that one too.
I think
From
that's
everything I've
that's
been
gold.
reading.
10.5. That's just too good to be true, right?
All right. I'm putting $10 on this.
Okay. Read me out.
Yeah, I'm just let me lock it in. Okay. So obviously the Joe Mixon 49.5 rushing yards. Anthony Richardson longest rush 13.5 longest rush. Xavier Legette over 19.5 receiving yards. Michael Mayer. Yeah, Michael Mayer over 9.5 receiving yards. Brees Hall over 27.5.
Hang on. Slow down. You're going fast. Xavier Legette over 19.5 right?
Yeah. If you like a different prop instead of that one, feel free to substitute it by all means. Like, don't tell
No, we're rocking it. Mayer
over 9.5 receiving yards. Brees Hall over 27.5 receiving yards.
Okay.
Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals.
All this shit.
Tucker over 1.5 field goals. I'll send you this card. Don't worry.
Chase Brown.
I can't trying to keep up on my phone. It's like
Got that over receiving.
Yeah, Chase Brown over 10.5 receiving. Joe Mixon 49.5 rushing yards.
Got
And
that.
then Josh Jacobs over 16.5 rushing attempts. Feel free to substitute any of the ones that you find questionable with Alvin Kamara over 4.5 receiving yards, or Devonta Smith over receiving yards, or Tank Dell over receiving yards.
So we're going for a 10 card here, guys. Here, I'm gonna post it.
8. It's 8.
Sorry, 8 card here. I'm gonna post it in the Discord. If you guys aren't in there, I'm also gonna send it to you, Fry, in a picture, so you got it. Hang on here. Let's go here.
And if you guys sign up using promo code SLEAZE on Drafters Fantasy, you too can tail this bet, and your first bet is on Sleazeball. SLEEZ. He'll double your initial deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $100 Rooskies. Do it, guys. It's one of the best, if not the best, offer in the industry. It's literally free money. Drafters be doing all the great stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm dropping it into the Discord right now.
Yours or mine?
Before the 8 card we just did.
Your Discord or my Discord?
Do both. I'll drop in both.
Okay.
Here we go. There we go. Boom. All right, so I dropped it into both Discords. If you're in either Discord, you guys will be able to see it. Catch up with chat here. Start 2, Rice, Dell, McLaurin, BTJ. I think I'm going Rice and Dell. I don't like the weather in Cleveland Jags game right now. And Bandit, if you're in chat, keep me updated on the weather out there, bro, at the tailgate.
It's very shaky between, like, Rice is guaranteed. It's probably McLaurin for me. But I love Dell's matchup, but it's probably McLaurin for me.
It's in the general, but I'll text it to you here. Hang on. I mean, text the pick. Oh, I don't even have it. Just go to the Discord, go to general. You can see it in there.
That's my last prop of the day, by the way. I'm not doing any more pick'ems.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I have so many pick'ems in. Trade Ramondre for BTJ. Ramondre is my number 1 sell high player, and if I can get BTJ, I'm smashing that. If you have the running back depth, I 100% would imagine.
I would say try to get one more piece with that. Don't do it straight up.
I mean, if BTJ pops here, you're not going to have a chance to.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're trading it right now, try to add one more piece. That's like somebody who's underperforming.
I agree. That's a good call as well. What's up, Kyler? Welcome in. Who that flex, Neighbors or Sharb? I love the matchup with Neighbors. It's just Danny Dimes. If I'm going safe, I want the floor of Sharb. He's going to see all the work. If I want the boom play and say I'm down to like A-Chain this week or something already on Thursday, I think I'm starting Neighbors.
I'm going Neighbors.
But I like them both. So, I mean, there's no I'm not against either one of them this week as starts. Okay, moving on to the next game. Fire your question, guys. We will roll through the games here. We are almost coming into the afternoon games here, I believe. We are in the afternoon games. We went to the Giants game already. We went to the Jets game already.
It's Patriots and Seahawks.
Seahawks, Patriots. I'm going to start off with, I'm taking the Seahawks money line. I don't like anything really from this game. I think it's going to be a grunge game. I think it will be a Charbonnet, Ramondre kind of game here. I don't like DK Metcalf receiving yards. I think that's scary, even though it's DK. He has a tough matchup. I liked your call yesterday with this could be a DeMario Douglas game. I mean, I drafted so much DeMario Douglas. I hope he wakes up at some point here. I mean, everything looks enticing for Jalen Polk. His numbers are so low. 17 yards. I mean, but it's risky. Jay Season 41. That's risky to me. I don't like that. I don't like Lockett. I would say if I had to pick, God, these pick'ems are tough in this game.
I have one lock that I like in this game.
I would say I like, if I had to pick one, it would be Rams receiving yards at 15.5, and that's all I like.
Yeah, I like Jacoby Brissett's 13.5 rushing yards.
Oh, okay.
That's my lock.
Jacoby Brissett, 13.5 rushing yards. I like that. That's doable. I like Rams receiving. And I think that's it for this game. And these are your Patriots, so take it away.
Patriots win.
Patriots come out 2-0. Shock the world, playoff bound. I like it. Okay.
Oh, it's all downhill after this.
It's all uphill, bro. It's all uphill.
No, I'm telling you,
it rolls down.
It's all in the fucking gutter. It's all garbage after this. Like, I'll take our 2 wins and then our high draft pick, but yeah. After this, it's going to get tough.
Christian says, what team are you rooting for this season? He is a diehard Patriots fan. I am a diehard Niners fan. We get our redemption this season. We beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I'm going for the Packers this year.
He's going for the Packers this year. Peanut Butter Joey says, Chase Brown got me last week, took the over. I think he sees a lot more pass work this week than he did last week. I mean, the game script last week fed Ramondre, and the Bengals game was close. I think they're going to have to score.
Dude, I missed out on
to be bad.
Prop.
Weather is still good, so the weather's not bad yet in Jacksonville. Dude, Bandit texted me this morning, hot take saying it was dumping. So that's interesting. Hot takes is weather. Sebastian, this is a good one. Welcome in, Sebastian. Noah Fant or Schoonmaker with Jake Ferguson ruled out now.
Well, if we're looking at where the Patriots got kind of dissected last week, it was obviously there was a lot of points left. On the field.
Dolchus did do nothing.
It's against the tight end position.
Oh, so you're going Fant?
Well, yeah, the Patriots, like, Gesicki almost had a touchdown. Tanner Hudson almost had a touchdown. Both tight ends, both in the seams. Fant plays a relatively same style of football. I'm going Fant. I like Schoonmaker, but I like him more for his props than I do for his matchup. Even though it's still a plus matchup, and like other than CeeDee Lamb, it's the only other plus matchup for Dallas Cowboys. I still like Noah Fant a little bit more in this matchup because unlike Lockett or Jay Season, he's going to be on the field 97-98% of the time.
I agree. Man, I think here's how I look at it. I think Noah Fant is the better matchup play. I think Shoemaker could see more volume. That's how I would look at it. I think he could see more targets because there's not much going on for the Cowboys. They'll be looking at CeeDee Lamb, and you're going to have either Cooks or Shoon, or maybe Jalen Tolbert or Jalen Brooks. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. But I will say that I think Shoon gets more targets, but Fant is probably the better play to fall in.
Let me ask you a question. At what point did Jake Ferguson go down?
I think it was second quarter, like 5 minutes left.
Okay. And then how many, he had 62% of the snaps regardless, right? He had 39 snaps prior to that. And then Luke Shoemaker had 19 snaps, and then Brevin Spann-Ford had 19 snaps as well. They both had 30% snap share. So they're both going to get a 50-50 split at the tight end position.
I don't like them.
They don't go 12 personnel a whole lot. If we're talking about every statistical category that's predictable, Noah Fant is screaming plus matchup here, whereas Shoemaker is he's the direct name because he was a draft pick, but
a high draft pick too.
Yeah, Brevin Spann-Ford can easily be that guy as well.
Yeah, I think Fant's again. I like Fant better, but I think Shoon will see more volume. This is how I look at it. I think he might see more targets. Fant is never looked at as a target hog. That's just a given. Okay, so you're taking Pats to cover or Pats to win. I'm taking Seattle to cover. Oh yeah, on to the Niner game we go, guys. Fire your questions away. Brock, I don't like any of these props, dude. It's like I said yesterday, it's scary to me because I think the Niners just roll them over. The only prop I really love is Jordan Mason over the rushing. I think he's going to go for 100 plus. I think 100 is the floor. I would go Justin Jefferson over 6.5 receptions as well. I think he smashes that. Johnny Munt's kind of interesting here, or Josh Oliver. It looks like Josh Oliver got the play last week. He's at 13.5. That's interesting. I don't like any of Debo's. I don't like Ayuk. I think Ayuk under is one of the smashes. I'm not willing to touch it. Aaron Jones, you going over there? I'll be over there right after. I think I go Brock Purdy under the 250 passing. I like as well, and I'm taking the Niners to cover this easy. What do you like from here?
I like Jalen Naylor over 29.5 receiving yards, and I like George Kittle over his receiving yards as well.
Just for the insane plus matchup?
Yeah.
What is Naylor at?
Naylor's at 29.5. But if we're looking at the snap shares, Brandon Powell might be one of the best DFS plays in football this week.
Brandon Powell, okay. What's his prop at? I went back.
He doesn't even have a prop.
Oh, they don't even have him in? Okay. And who you liking for this game?
Sanford.
To cover the points as well?
I think money line.
So it's at 4.5. I think 4. I think I'd take them to cover 10 on this game.
I'm not taking that.
Okay. Catching up with chat here. Trying to trade Keenan for Godwin. I would as well. Godwin is one of the steals of the fantasy football draft right now. He looks amazing. He looks healthy. Played last year injured. He looks like a god this year. Godwin. Planned that perfectly. Michael Steiner, what's up, man? Hey, chat. Isaiah Pacheco, Alvin Kamara, James Conner, and J.K. Dobbins. Jesus. Oh, my God. Honestly, with those names, you're right. I'm riding the big names, but I love Dobbins this week. I'm riding Pacheco, Kamara, and Conner. Dobbins has such a good matchup too, but I got to go with the big names on this one.
Yeah. Conner, Pacheco, Kamara, then Dobbins for me.
Got you. Mikey G says, Moody over 1.5. I like that as well. He kicked so many goddamn field goals last week. It was crazy. Nate says, here we go again. This is the third time this question has been asked. Scary Terry or George Pickens? I'm on the Terry side. Disco wants to ride Pickens one more time to see if he's matchup proof versus Surtain.
Correct.
Mason Dodd Mason Dodd says Zach Charbonnet is a top 12 running back this week. Dude, the Patriots defense is better than people think, man. I would top 12 is not out of the reach, but I think that would be like his ceiling in this game.
Mason Dodd's absolutely brilliant, but even brilliant people get shit wrong.
I agree. I don't. He could be. Fantasy Dog, it's finally made it in, bro. What's good, my man? Like number 36. Welcome. How we doing, brother? Couple more questions and we'll move on here. Dean says McConkey, BTJ, or Ram or Charbonnet. Would any of them be worth starting? Is it 0.5 or 1 point, Dean? First, that's huge. Yeah, James, it was impressive. I thought the Bengals would roll them over. They did not. The Patriots showed up. Disco got the call right, and congratulations to the Patriots, man. Who would you take here? Say it's 1 point PPR: McConkey, BTJ, Ram, or Charbonnet.
In order: Ramondre, McConkey, BTJ, Charbonnet.
I think I'm going Ram. Man, I think I'm going Ram, Charbonnet, McConkey, BTJ. I'd rather take the volume because I don't know what's going to happen in the Chargers game. They could run him out the building with the run game as well.
I respect it.
I don't believe so either, James. No way he's top 12. I mean, could be. I mean, I could be wrong. Watch him go for like 40 points. We're all wrong sitting here. All right. Moving on to this is a big one. Tampa Bay, Detroit. What do you like from this game? What do you not like? And who you taking?
So we were talking about this before we went live. There's a significant amount of injuries, especially on the offensive line for Baker Mayfield and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I don't love Bucky Irving this week. He's a sit for me, just like any other week, as long as Rachaad White's available, because the only way that Bucky Irving would be a viable option is in the receiving game, and that Rachaad White has that on lock, especially in PPR format. So I mean, Rachaad White is still, playable. And then we look at the numbers and it's very skewed, right? Because on paper, if we're talking about like the team that allowed one of the most fantasy points to the opposing quarterback week 1 was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but Jared Goff cannot run like Jaden Daniels. So I'm not bullish on Jared Goff. I still think he's a top 16 quarterback this week, but I'm not bullish on him based off of the matchup and the way the numbers can be skewed, because obviously there's a certain gray area there. I am very bullish on both Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. I think both of them are startable, especially if you have them both. Start them both. I don't think this is the week we see Amon-Ra be absolutely spectacular. Jameson Williams is a sit for me. I think we see a little bit more production from Sam Laporta. I think he tops 10 points PPR format.
Hang on, we gotta pause for a second. Update, guys. AJ Brown and Evan Ingram are out. Evan Ingram is out in this game. Just right now hit. So keep going.
Yeah, I was actually done.
Oh, right at the end. That's crazy. That changes everything. Now Christian Kirk is an absolute smash if you got that bet. Yep. So go adjust your lineups right now, guys. Make sure you have Evan Ingram and AJ Brown out. I do not think I have a couple shares in Dynasty of Evan Ingram, but I don't have a lot of redraft because everyone jumped on him early. I agree with everything you said there. That was absolute nails. The only thing I think is a smash here, and I think it's like one of the easiest bets you can make, is Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery over the rushing yards and the attempts. Like, I think this is going to be a Lions pound the run game here, and I think that could be an absolute lock.
Evan Ingram's confirmed as out because it's not showing up on Yahoo.
Yeah, he's out right now. Just updated on BN. Jags tight end Evan Ingram ruled out, sustained a hamstring injury in the warmups. You should definitely have Bleacher Nation if you don't have it. It's the fastest update app you can get for fantasy sports. Bleacher Nation.
Man, Jahan Dawson might be a smash play this week.
Yeah, that hurts. I wonder his props will pop on Monday. AJ Brown is out. Yeah, Evan Ingram is out. Yeah, I just caught up on all that. I just had my boys text me upstream here too.
Honestly, that Devonta Smith call is an absolute smash.
When you got it at what, 30, what was it, 48 or something, or 48.5?
47.5.
I like it. I think Goddard now is elevated as well. I think he goes up heavy. Yep, Ingram is out as well. Okay, so back to the game here. I think I love Godwin at 5.5 receptions also. I think that's a lock. And I think something interesting to look at here in this game as well, guys, is Jalen McMillan. I was so high on this guy before the season, and you're seeing why. He played 86% of the snaps as wide receiver 3. So you got to think about that, which is absolutely crazy to look at. And he did get a touchdown call back also in the game. So he is kind of one of the props I'm looking at as well. And he played more snaps than Chris Godwin as a rookie in his first game, which is very, very interesting. Chris B in the building. What's up? PPR JMO or Drake London? I'm going Drake London easy. I don't like I haven't seen enough consistency at JMO yet to roll him out twice and think he's going to boom twice.
Yeah, I agree.
And then ending off this game here, I would say Khalif Raymond at 18.5 is interesting. And Sam Laporta over, I like as well. I like the kickers as well in this game. I like a lot as this to be a high shootout game. So I like most of it. Who are you taking? I'm taking the Lions to cover in this game.
I'm taking the Lions straight up money line.
He's taking Lions money line. Okay. So fire the questions away, guys. Sorry, too much coffee. We got 2 games left, I believe, here. I'm going to look into the shootout game of the week, and I like every single prop from this game like a madman. This is like an addictive drug right here. Is the Arizona Rams game. I'm going to start off with I like Kyler's rushing. I like Stafford's passing. I like Connor's rushing. He has one of the best matchups. I like Kyren Williams' yards plus receiving or his receptions at 2.5. I think Cooper Kupp's reception and receiving yards are locks. I like Tyler Johnson's a lot too at 34.5 rush plus receiving. I think that's kind of an interesting one as well. Greg Dortch, I like at 30. Man, I like this whole game. I like Colby Parkinson. I like Trey McBride. I think this is a high scoring game, and I'm going to take the Rams to win this game money line. Who do you like in this one?
I like Trey McBride. I like Matt Stafford. Obviously, I love Cooper Kupp. I think Kyren Williams is going to get a little bit more involved, both in the passing and the rushing. Other than that, I don't think anything is definitive. The only prop that I'm willing to bet on is over passing yards for Stafford and over receiving yards for Kupp.
Yeah, those look like locks. Those are 2 absolute locks to me. You don't like that's interesting. You say Connor has the best matchup, but you don't like the 64 yards? I love that one.
No, I'm not touching it.
Okay.
Because I think he gets involved more in the passing game than he does in the rushing game.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So who are you taking? You taking Rams?
I'm taking the
Rams to cover.
I'm going the Rams.
Okay. They're underdogs, by the way. I'm taking the points. I don't know why I said cover. Teddy says McConkey or DJ Moore. I'm going DJ Moore.
Yeah,
it's too enticing of a matchup. Nate says Zach Charbonnet or Ramondre.
Mondre.
I'm going Ramondre for sure. Stafford, Kupp, Kyren, love him. This is a smash game here, James. I can't wait to see this game. This is one of my favorite games to watch today is the Rams Cardinals. Moving on, Kansas City, KC. Here we go. I skipped your question. My bad. Let me get back to you. Now that Ingram is out. Oh, Christian Kirk or Jerome Ford now that Ingram is out. I still like Jerome Ford's volume, I think.
It was always Kirk.
It was always Kirk.
This week.
Yep, it was always Kirk. He's going to hit this nail on the head right here. I already know it, even with Ingram out. All right, moving on to the Kansas City Bengals game here. Joe Burrow. I firmly believe, I said yesterday, that he becomes a superhero when he plays Mahomes. I like his prop of overpassing for sure, and the completions. I think those are absolute smashes because they're going to have to pass a ton here. Their defense is going to get mopped. And another interesting one is his rushing attempts. Burrow was on the run last week, which was crazy. He ran for 4 attempts. I did not see that coming at all. And I would say Chase Brown is one of my favorite receiving ones. I like Pacheco over rushing attempts. I love Jamar Chase over 6.5 receptions. I think that's pure gold. Xavier Worthy at 45. He's boom or bust. That could be a hit. I'd take the rush receiving yards on that one because he'll probably get some handoff work. I think Travis Kelce has a big game. I like his prop at 50.5 yards as well. And I'm taking the Bengals and the points here.
All right, serious question before we keep talking about this. In my big league, like the really, really big league, like the massive league, Evan Ingram out. So my options are, I just picked 2 guys up. I dropped Rico Dowdle because dude's a fucking bum. Let's be real. Sorry, hot take. So I picked up Noah Fant and I picked up Greg Dulcich. Out of those 2 tight ends, who are you starting?
I like Dolchit's matchup.
Yeah, I got him starting too. Okay, cool. Thanks.
But
Right, man.
it's risky, bro. I mean, it's risky business. That's for sure.
Totally lost in the sauce there. Just super panicked. Now I
Okay,
got to look
so-
at all my DFS lineups for.
Oop, go ahead.
I got to look at all my DFS lineups for any Evan Ingram. So
I didn't pick one, which is crazy. I didn't have one card with him on it, so I'm happy with that. Doug says, James says, Worthy over 50-yard reception plus 110. That's a lock. He's getting a bomb. He's calling it back-to-back. I like it. Doug says, I'm back. Ingram is out. Yes, he is. What are we thinking? Conklin, Taysom, Shun. We just had to answer this. Conklin, Taysom, Shun, Hunter, Noah Fant. Half point.
Taysom.
I think I'm rocking Taysom, even though I don't like rocking Taysom, but I think I'm rocking Taysom in that one as well.
You gotta go. You gotta go with the highest ceiling, right?
Yeah, I do as well. Dalton, top 2 wide receivers to pick up on the waiver wire. Well, it's hard if I can't see the waiver wire, but I would say DeMarcus Robinson right now, or Wan'Dale Robinson if they're out there. The Robinson brothers. He says Gesicki over 25 receiving. I love Gesicki as well. We got Chase Brown at 10.5, James. I think 15 is still a lock as well. Pick 2 from Danny. Pickens, McLaurin, Adonai Mitchell, Christian Watson, Jameson Williams. I'm going Pickens and McLaurin still.
Yeah.
I'm not going to risky business. JMO's got to show me consistency before I even start to think about JMO twice. What do you like from the Chiefs Bengals game while we're at it?
I like Butker kicker points, and I like Chase Brown receiving yards.
And then who are you taking to win that game?
KC.
Okay. Got that there. Yeah, James is all on board with it. He thinks the Chiefs roll him over. He says Pacheco over 80 is also money. If you want to play it safe, 70 plus minus 30. I like that as well. Chase Brown, 120. I think Chase Brown, this is his receiving game. I think this is a Chase Brown coming out receiving game party, but I don't like him on the ground at all. Moving on to the gross game of the week, man. Denver Broncos and Pitt. I'm taking Pitt to win 24-0. I don't think the Broncos even find a field goal in this game. I don't like any props for the Broncos, all unders. I mean, look at what they're giving Bo Nix, 170 passing. That's Malik Willis numbers. That's how bad the Broncos offense is. I like Justin Fields rushing yards when it was at 41. Now it's at 47. I do like Jaleel McLaughlin's receiving yards. I like that a lot. 15 yards. I think that's a smash. Javonte under 41 seems like pure gold. Najee over 61. I still like. And if I had to pick a dart throw, I like Greg Dulcich's 18.5 receiving also. What do you like from this game?
Check down King Bo Nix over 18.5 completions. They gave it to me last week at 19.5, and I smashed it. So I'm taking the 18.5. He's the check down king. He's going to continue to be the check down king. And then I want to say that 9.5 receiving yards for Jalen Warren is borderline lockable.
You think so?
Yeah.
What if he plays really limited? I mean, they're not going to put him out there for the Broncos.
So let's look at the receiving yards for Kenneth Walker last week and for Zach Charbonnet, and they both have very similar snap share proportions to what we saw with what we're going to see with Najee and Warren. It just seems like something that can hit in one play and early on. So if it's going to be like an ugly grunge game, I like it.
I like that call. Check down King, dude. It looks all within 5 yards with him. So I gotta agree there. No Pat Freiermuth love here.
No, none.
Even with Pickens drawing Surtain, you don't think his option goes up a little bit?
It's not that I hate Pat Freiermuth. I hate Arthur Smith. I said this last week and I'll say it again, man. It could be fucking Darnell Washington, because Arthur Smith is the bane to my existence.
So if you had to pick here, Dalton's asking in chat right now, Freiermuth or Parkinson? I'm going Parkinson.
Yeah, it's got to be Parkinson.
Catch up with chat here. Teddy says, I have Likely as my backup. Thank God since Ingram is out. Yeah, that's nice. I like that play.
I just traded away Likely for Joshua Palmer in that league for Joshua Palmer and for Zamir White.
Ooh, that's gold.
So, yeah, because I'm like, well, Evan Ingram's a smash. I'm okay. I could stream a tight end on week 12.
I like that play.
No, it's not a good play anymore.
Peanut Butter Jelly says the gross game of the week is the Panthers. I think that's every week, dude, after week 1. Some whiskey and coffee or what? No, just coffee. Just coffee. Teddy, if you want to hit me up too, we're going to Fry's house with the 3 TV setup. Watch the games. Kev's coming over, a couple people coming over, so let me know. Love Fry with this week. I don't know if I love him, but I like him as a play. I think Parkinson will see more volume is why I like him better. Playing season long person has Tyreek and Evan Ingram, Big L. They're shot.
Debro just tweeted. He says, if you're hurting at tight end with Evan Ingram out, look at Tucker Kraft on the waiver wire.
Yep, I like that play because he's going to see a lot of checkdowns. Security blanket right there. I'm not against that.
I don't hate that call either.
Dude, he was at like 17 and a half yards. I think that's one of like a good one I like.
So who would you play, Dulcich or Kraft?
Dulcich has a better matchup.
PPR format. I mean, Kraft should get utilization, but yeah, I'm gonna keep Dulcich.
I think I'd go Kraft.
Yeah, it's just tough playing anybody on
Malik
Dallas.
Willis. I'm not doing it with Malik Willis. I can't. He's so terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dulcich for the ceiling play. Like it's a very limited ceiling, but I'm gonna go with Dulcich for the ceiling play.
Okay, so who are you taking in the game? I'm taking Steelers to just mop them up.
Yeah, it's not even close. Justin Fields should be like in every DFS lineup.
I agree. Now the Sunday night football, man. Bears, Texans. I'll let you start this one off. I got 15 minutes, so let's rumble through them here.
I mean,
we only got 2 games left, so we're fine. But
my favorite props are under on Caleb Williams completions. I don't anticipate he's going to become the check down king and become a disciplined football player after one bad week. He is going against a very bad matchup. Also, they took away the 0.5 interceptions, so that's tough. 45. I like even at 70.5 rushing yards. I love the Joe Mixon prop. I love the over. I'm not touching DJ Moore. I like the Tank Dell receiving yards. It's up at 55.5. We got it at 49.5. And I like the Cole Kmet 17.5 receiving yards. Other than that, I just like, I'm not touching it. And I think Texans win easily. 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I like it. Here would be my 2 locks that I like the most in this game. And they dropped Caleb Williams completions down, by the way, which hurts. Now it's at 19. So I don't know if I like it at 19. I liked it at 20.5, but I think he's going to complete 19 or 20 passes right on the dot. I like DeAndre Swift under the rushing as an absolute lock. This Texans front is nasty. I like DJ Moore for the 23.5 longest reception because this is where the Texans get beat is deep. If you watched Alex Pierce, he smoked him twice, and that's Alex Pierce. Now imagine DJ Moore. I like Nico Collins under his receiving going up against Johnson. Roma Odunze looks to be playing. And I like Tank Dell over 55. And I think your Cole Kmet one's interesting. I don't know if I love it, but I think it's interesting. Or Gerald Everett. Either one of them is interesting. And one of the ones I really like is Kai Fairbairn's kicking points because this man just bombs field goals and this offense is powerful and this defense is great in the red zone. So I love Kai Fairbairn's kicking points too.
I don't disagree.
And I'm taking the Texans to smack them.
This isn't looking good for Evan Ingram.
It's not. Keenan with heel issues. Odunia with minor MCL still playing. Is Keenan going to be out there? Do we know yet, James? I've been streaming. I have not checked my phone. So every update, if you guys can drop them in chat, really helps. Thank you guys a ton. Mauricio Trevino, welcome in. How we doing, brother? I have London, Olave, Rice, Reed, and Brian Thomas Jr. Bro, the first thing that you should be doing is tiering up to trade so you don't have a decision between 6 startable wide receivers weekly. But I'm going to go with London, bounce back game, especially with A.J. Brown out now. The Falcons get more of a little boost there on offense. I'll go London, Rice. Just one, I'm going London. If it's 2, I'm between London, Olave, and Rice. BTJ's day goes up now too with Ingram out though as well. So I mean, Keenan is playing. Okay, I like Keenan more than Rome.
How much Evan Ingram do you have in best ball?
Don't talk to me. I don't want to bring it up. I've already looked at it.
I just looked at it.
Do not ask.
That's my listen, dude. That's my tight end one.
I have 43 shares.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, that's almost double mine. I have 24. That's in the million three.
That's just in the million. No, that's all. That's all.
Okay,
Sorry.
because all I have.
I have 23.
Okay, so I have more than you in the million three, and I have all overall. I have 60.
I drafted a lot of Evan Ingram, bro.
Yeah. This one, like,
and
my
in Scott
quarterback
Fish,
one.
I have Christian McCaffrey and Evan Ingram. Perfect.
My quarterback one, Jordan Love, injured. Evan Ingram, my tight end one, injured. My RB1 is Breece Hall. My wide receiver one is A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, injured.
Yeah, this is rough.
Yeah, things are looking good, Disco. Things are looking really fucking good. Instead of Disco Domus, where I'm like projecting the future, I should call myself Disco Dumbass because, like, what the fuck, man?
That's crazy. Okay, so Potato Tickler OG. I like the name, bro. Says Geno Smith, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers. That's a tough one. For me, I'm going Derek Carr.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers just went against one of the best defenses and still produced.
Yeah, it's between Aaron Rodgers and Carr for me. I think Carr. I want to ride the lightning here. I think Carr is going to pop off again.
Like Geno Smith, aside from his rushing touchdown last week.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Would have put up a dud. He would have put up an absolute dud of a performance. That rushing touchdown absolutely saved him. I don't foresee that happening again this week.
But he's put on a shake and bake move at age 40.
I know. It's not bad. It's not bad. I definitely wrote off his rushing prowess. As for Derek Carr, we know what he could do against an absolutely terrible defense. We don't know what he can do against an absolutely good, well-coached defense. And I was dead wrong. I thought Zimmer was going to drop the ball and this defense was going to be terrible. But, like, also Deshaun Watson could just be really fucking bad. With that being said, Aaron Rodgers, he's the only one who showed anything against a tough matchup, and he's got another tough one. This one might be a little bit tougher, so I'm still riding it with Aaron Rodgers.
I like the points. I would only go with Carr because he, dropped 23 points and a half, and then they didn't play the second half, so he didn't even see volume. But he does get a tougher defense.
The
corners are good too, though. So
you don't like Justin Herbert this week?
No. I think it's going to be a run game from the Chargers.
Noted.
Got you. At the very least, Carr is going to have to play to catch up, so he's going to be throwing. That's what I'm looking for here. Volume. They got to blow him out. The whole McCaffrey thing last week hit me pretty hard, Rock. The whole McCaffrey thing last week fucked me hard, Rock, pretty, but I had to drop in for it to check and see if I got screwed by somebody picking him up, so I had to go after Carr. I got you. Got you. Thank you for the subscription, Potato Tickler. So if you guys have any more questions, fire away. We are heading into our last game here of the week, and the show will be complete. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the likes. All you guys are absolutely good. We will be here every Sunday, and we will be here every Saturday and Monday and Thursday on Disco Stream as well. If you want to check the description, make sure you pop it in there. We are now on to the last game with the Falcons and the Eagles, and I will let you lead this one off and take us home.
I like Drake London in this matchup. I don't like Kyle Pitts in this matchup. I think Bijan Robinson's floor is one of the safest in fantasy football. So I like Bijan Robinson this week as well. Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, like them all. Devonta Smith is going to be spectacular. I'm curious to see what Saquon does against a formidable front seven.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, I think. Man, so no Eagles props at all besides Devonta?
Oh yeah, that's the only one that I absolutely loved. I mean, you like I only took the.
I like Pitt's receptions a lot, and Bijan's receiving.
I mean, like, for what it's worth, Kyle Pitts proved me very wrong because, like, I said he couldn't separate, and out of all tight ends and receivers, he was 5th in yards per separation in week 1 against a pretty good secondary. So I was I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, and I was very wrong about. My assessment on Kyle Pitts clearly was the injury that didn't allow him to separate. But I'm still like, he's one of those guys where it's like, if you drafted him, you got to kind of play him. But
Rock him out. I agree.
yeah, as for the props, like other than the touchdown, he would have been fantasy irrelevant. That's the only thing that separated, relevant fantasy players at the tight end position and non-fantasy relevant tight end position.
In week one,
Other than idea likely is a touchdown upset, right?
Right.
So yeah, unless he falls in the end zone, like.
And who you taking to win this game with no AJ?
That's another great question. Fuck. Do I want to ride with Atlanta? No, I don't want to ride with Atlanta because I still think like they got a lot of meshing to do. Philadelphia, they kind of been together and they just added better pieces.
Right.
I believe Devin White is healthy this week. I could be mistaken, but him at the middle linebacker position, being the glue, so to speak, between both the DBs and the incredible defensive line.
Is Cooper DeJean out there?
Cooper DeJean didn't play a lot.
I know. Are they going to bring this guy out? Why'd they spend a high draft pick and not play this guy?
Let's look at the snap streak right now for Cooper DeJean. But yeah, I'm going with Philly. But like, I think one of the biggest like storylines that I'm paying attention to right now, because I think Goddard's going to be good.
I think Goddard is now a smash. I do.
Yeah.
Even though you're going to have Judon, but still, he could bump and run.
Judon isn't a cover player. Judon is a pass rusher. Only a pass rusher.
But he'll bump, and that's what I'm saying. He'll bump and run him all day.
Tight ends get bumped and run all the fucking time. Like Goddard, that's not a worry. I think I'm more worried about Jesse Bates, the safety, than I am about
Simmons.
Simmons. Fuck, I forgot Simmons is there too. Yeah, man, that Atlanta defense is really nice. I don't think this game is going to go over. I think we're going to see more of a legitimate defensive struggle this week because, like, Philadelphia doesn't have players slipping on defense this week. But I do like Devonta Smith, especially. Like, I like him more now with the AJ Brown sitting news. We were paying attention to that, and when we saw the prop, we're like, we got to lock it in. And for some reason, my football guys' snap shares is not showing up right now.
Well, you're good. I'll roll through a couple things I like from this game here, and then while you find it out, we'll get to the end here. For the Falcons game, I love Bijan over receiving. I think that's an absolute lock. I love Saquon Barkley's rushing attempts over 17.5. There's no way he's not seen 20 carries in this defensive battle game. Now Devonta Smith's prop is up to 75. Did you get it at 48?
47.5.
Oh, Jesus, I think that's gold.
Yeah.
Not at 75. I don't like the 75, but I think the 5.5 receptions is very doable for Devonta Smith, but I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, you're going to be sweating your dick off for that one.
And here you go. Here's my lock at the end. If you guys are gambling and you need help, seek help. Here's my lock at the end. Ray McLeod over 2.5 receptions is an absolute lock for me in this game. He saw 7 targets with 6 receptions last week. I know the game script favored him, but I like him for at least 3 catches in this game. Dallas Goedert's props have all changed now. I like Kyle Pitts over 3.5. I don't want to touch the kickers, but I like 1.5 for both of them because I think it's a defensive battle, but I don't love it. And that's how I look at that. And I'm taking the Eagles to win this game still. James says Goddard, Barkley, they go up 100%. Jameson Williams, Zach Charbonnet. I'm taking Charbonnet. I don't want to play the boomer bust game with J-Mo. Eagles Goddard did see 5 targets, tied for third in the tight end position, but the tight end position was really rough week 1. Flowers or London? Who you got?
London.
I'm going London as well. AJ Brown is out. That is right, Tyler. Josh Palmer or Jahan Dotson with AJ out. Wow. Jahan Dotson hasn't shown me enough. I mean,
well, who's that like 6'13" wide receiver they got? Johnny Wilson, is that his name? He had
guy that should play tight end.
Well, he had a lot of snaps at wide receiver last week, despite AJ Brown and Devonta Smith both being out there. We didn't see a lot of Jahan Dotson. If Football Guides was working right now, and I believe it's not working right now, I'd be able to tell you the exact snap.
Johnny Wilson played 13% snaps.
How many snaps did Jahan Dotson play?
I'm just using sleeper. It's quick. Dotson played 42%.
Dotson, easily.
Yep. But this is over Josh Palmer, though, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Easily. Wow. Okay. Ingram, Ferguson, and Njoku are out. DFS. It is terrible, man. So 1 minute left, guys. Fire all your questions right here. Rapid fire. We'll answer them as fast as we can. And if you guys are in chat, thank you guys for all the support. Here is my guys. Oh, I fucked up. Don't copy that one. Please do me a favor. I know when I say this in chat that people just don't listen to it. Please go make sure you subscribe to my guy's channel. We do shows on his channel every time. All it takes is 1 second of a click, and we are here to help you guys with everything all year long. And Disco is an absolute genius, guys. Make sure you smash him a sub.
Well, don't give me too much credit.
I like smart minds of fantasy, bro. I got to pump it up where I can.
It's Disco Dumbass, not Disco Damas right now.
Disco Damas. So fire away random questions. I'm on the way here in a second, Kev. Brandon Cooks or Reed? I'm going with
Reed.
Ah!
Don't overthink it.
with Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Willis didn't have good coaching.
I'm going with Reed. I guess. I don't love it. Start for a flex Rashad White. I got Saquon and Mason. My starting running backs. Neighbors. I'm going with Neighbors. I like Neighbors a ton this week. I'm going with Reed, Tyler. I'm going with Reed. I don't love it. I don't like it. I'm going with Pitts on that one, DFS. And I will shoot you a text, DFS, about tomorrow's or Tuesday's show. Tuesday. And that's it for us, guys. I got to get going. We're going to go to the buddy's house, watch the games. Make sure you have Evan Ingram. Make sure you have A.J. Brown out. Make sure you have – who else is hurt that I forgot of? I can't think of it.
Ferguson, Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah, Ferguson and Njoku and Jordan Love. There you go. Nailed it. All right, guys. Thank you guys for the support. Make sure you go smash Disco a sub. Amazing show this morning. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the donation, Disco, or the subs. Thanks for the super chat hot take. And I will catch you guys Monday night recap show tomorrow. Good luck in your matchups. And I'm out, guys. See you, James.